Hey guys, how's it going? So I had a little bit of extra time today, so I wanted to play a little bit more Inscryption. I actually had a really good time with this game on Sunday, and I just wanted to give it a little bit more try during the week. I think this could be a good stream that, I mean, when I like to stream, I like to sit down and stream for like 3, 4, 5 hours, but a lot of times during the weekday, that's a little bit difficult. I probably could do it, but that's besides the point. I wanted to see if we could actually escape the cabin. I'm certain this is like other roguelikes like Enter the Gungeon or Isaac where there are multiple endings. The first time, I know when we were doing a little bit of research, there was some kind of film, and I still don't know why New Game doesn't show up. But it felt like the game was really pushing you in the right direction a lot of the time. But I'm sure there's a lot of things that we missed. There's several puzzles in the cabin itself that I know we didn't solve. I haven't looked up what they are. I just know we need a camera film to actually like achieve a different ending, if anything. So if we can just stand up from the table here. There's our good old friendo. So, what's this? Oh. I was about to say, so this picture frame, I haven't logged into the game since last stream. This picture frame last time I think showed like 5 cards, or 2 rows of 5 cards, and I had no idea what it was. I've been thinking about that, and that could maybe be... My only guess would be because it does mirror the game board, that it could have been you have to match those cards on the board. I don't know why that showed up, though. That is strange. Other things. There's another door on the clock here. We got the ring from this one. I've been wondering if I need to... Maybe once we get the eye again. I know there were symbols on this last time, and that's how we got the ring, but that's my only other thought here. I don't know what to do with this flower pot, actually. Okay, that'll work. There's the skull here. I don't know if the globe does anything, the mushrooms, all this stuff. There's so many clickable things that I really couldn't tell you. I think we did solve everything on this cupboard here. I would assume everything here. I don't know if the skull has any significance. Oh, that's interesting. So that is a list of the, like the quote-unquote survivors we've won with. The figurines, I know we picked them up at one point. Now there's more of them, actually. I didn't realize that. I don't believe there's anything else in the safe. These tools also, I've wondered if they're significant. I know the book's here, and the book is actually, I mean, it holds a lot of important information, so I've wondered if these have anything to do with something, but either way, for now, the picture frame was actually the initial thing I was going to look at. I think we'll come back to this once we get the eye, and then again, I don't know if some of these other minor things, I don't know what this plant does either. We'll probably progress. It feels, what's really cool about this game is it feels like not only is what's happening on the board itself in the roguelike aspect really important, but it's also really important to kind of know what's going on outside the board, which is something really unique to this game. As far as making sure we can beat the final boss, I feel like the Prospector in particular, you want to gather a good number of cards on the first floor. The final boss, though, I was realizing I really like the trait that allows you to draw 2 cards, and then we had last time as well when we won the ability to draw 2 specific cards. I realized that we are going to run out of deck space really fast. So I was really liking the totems that you can get on the side here and working it around with the squirrels, but I'm sure you could get really good buffs. Either way, let's try the Raven Egg, actually. I was thinking Coyote. I'm a big fan of the bone cards. Here we could go for... I don't think we have any traits to start out with that are worth copying onto someone else. I would imagine... So I've wondered if you put the fledgling bonus on, like, say, the wolf, what it does. I would assume it's just a stat gain. Maybe it gives it an effect or something, but I really don't know. But for now, I don't think we have super important effects to tie on. I've been really enjoying... Oops. Really enjoying going to the pack early on, actually. I like the fire as well. The fire is always just good. The pack, if we go with the full item space like you have at the start, you get the pack rat here, which in and of itself I don't think is the greatest card in the world, but copying that effect onto a cheap card gives you super good item economy. I've really enjoyed doing that. I don't know if you can get multiple copies of that card and do that. I don't know how useful that'd be, but the ability to spam items I think is really fun. So we have a flight card, porcupine. We have a fur here. Alright, well, I don't know if there's a point in worrying about that. Actually, the bullfrog can block that flight. So let's go ahead and work on that. But as far as strategies and stuff, I still have no idea what's kind of working. We just kind of did some trial and error until eventually we figured something out last time. That said, though, the bullfrog will die. So I'm just going to pop the wolf out. A lot of times it feels like in this game, it really just comes down to trading DPS. As long as you can stay even, you are fine. And I'm still curious as to what exactly dictates how many squirrels you can draw. because I don't know if there's a set number, because sometimes it feels like you can draw way more than others. Oh, it's the Trapper. Since that defeat, well, you don't want to hear it. Cheaper prices, enjoy. Oh, we beat the brakes off the Trapper so hard they're scared of us. Give us cheaper prices. That's only... I mean, we only have one, but that's only 3 now. That was 7 before. I mean, okay, I was curious. Pelts are still nice. I wish you could sacrifice them. I don't think you can, but pelts are nice. And we immediately have the ability to sacrifice out that pack rat to something more accessible. I'm a really big fan of doing this. I think there is the effect that towards the end where like you need to draw a rare card as one of your options, which the pack rat works for, but aside from that, I'd rather just have this effect right here on a cheaper card. We could go for... Stink Bug could be good. I've just been putting it on the Stout because the Stout's got a good amount of health. It's survivable. It's not important because the pack rat effect applies as soon as it enters the field. But still, helpful. It'd be nice to put that effect on a free card, but I don't know how likely that is. Do we want to fight an elite this early? I kind of want to go to this base here. I also want a totem. So... I just think having a totem as early on as possible is actually really helpful. Let's fight the elite and move back this way. Yep, has this effect and it looks like the push to the side. This movement, I think, it's weird because I feel like the movement effect is so much more obnoxious on enemies than it is useful for us. Sure, you could probably get some good movement going, but a lot of the time I feel like I'd rather just have, you know, some defenses to play. Might as well just pop this squirrel real quick. Because we're going to get another free item here anyway. The frozen opossum's actually pretty nice. But I've been thinking too, a lot of like blitz strategies could be insanely good in this game because you only need so many ticks to end a fight immediately. If you can do that, it works out pretty well. The pelt isn't helpful. Bullfrog killed itself. Okay. I mean, I think we'll be fine. We still have both of our candles, and I'm usually not afraid to just... to my knowledge, I don't think there's any downside to losing that immediately. Maybe this wasn't the place to put that. It's fine. But to my knowledge, there's no benefit to keeping all of your candles for a given floor because you're going to lose it immediately anyways when you get to the boss. So, no harm, no... Oh, I didn't think that was going to end the fight. I just haven't been keeping as close a track on that as I probably should. But yeah, sacrifice altar. Like, this seems like a really high value path. I just really want that. We'll go for it. Actually, I changed my mind. I really like building totems, so I think it's super nice. Oh, it's the Trapper. I mean, we can dump off these pelts immediately. What do we got? I actually like the beehive. The river otter, I'm not as big of a fan of the river otter because it goes back to the whole trading damage thing. You're submerged during the opponent's turn, but we attack directly. So here it's like if anything across the river otter has more than one attack, we're getting 1 free damage, they're getting whatever that creature across from it is for free. Let's see. I like going for themed decks, in all honesty. Which right now we have wolf. I don't know what this is. At first I thought actually on these types it was this little symbol on the side, but the Raven Egg has these two. As does the Bullfrog. Maybe we go for the Alpha. Having at least a couple bone cards I think is really helpful. Because they give you a different... They allow you to pull from a different set of economy. Anyway. I'm actually really tempted. I want to try this. Put it onto our wolf since it's our strongest card. Because I've been wondering what this does. Because I'm wondering if it gives it like an extra effect or if it's just a like stat upgrade or something. I don't know if we tried it last stream actually. Because they have wolves have flight and air defense, I believe is what that is, right? Mighty leap, yeah. Oh, it's just blocking for air. Summoning wolf cub. I really don't know if it matters where we play the knife. I've actually been a big fan of using this on the Prospector's Hound. So, you could also arguably use it against the Angler itself. I don't know if we tried that, but it could be good on the Great Whites. Either way, if we're gonna play this... Well, let's do this, actually. The only downside of that is I guess we're probably not going to immediately get rid of this wolf cub, which could be a problem. Yeah, I actually think that was a misplay. Hindsight being what it is. I'm actually gonna do this. Part of the reason too is I feel like you draw the stout early on a lot of the time, so putting that pack rat effect on it feels like I get it pretty consistently. Beehive's nice as well, because as long as you're taking 1 damage on it, you're pretty consistently getting it. Getting 2 bees, not 1. And even just 1 free bee is nice. Let's do this, get rid of that wolf, and we'll get to see what that effect does. Pop this as well. Now the iceberg will do 1 damage to the wolf. Not exactly impactful, but not useless. Got an opossum. Right. Should be able to win this fight pretty handedly. I've still not been the best about calculating out some overkill, which I do think is important. And on the last fight, I know we need to have decently chunky creatures, because of the way that last fight works. Oh, that's what this tile is. So we have a 3-bone insta-death card that's pretty durable. A 1-blood dual attack plus thorns. This effect is interesting because at first I wasn't a huge fan of this bifurcated strike. But you also have to consider that's 2 attacks, and on that final thing where the, was it Lashai covers the board, you know, having multiple attacks is really influential. I'm going to go for the insta-kill, though. If we can find some way of bone upkeep, that'd be nice. I really wanted to go to the totem for that reason, because I think buffing squirrels is nice. Awful. We get another pack rat? Okay. If we can paste out another card, we'll basically be at a point where we can just spam items whenever we want. Yeah, there goes the other candle. Chill mist closed in around you. You are not alone. Figure emerged from the fog. It's the prospector. At this point, I am pretty sure.
I'm so sick of this boss.
We watched those final cutscenes of the guy who went into here. And so apparently now he talks. That's really interesting. But I do think it's always the same bosses so far for every floor. I'm wondering eventually that changes. That would make sense to me. But for now, it has always been the same boss. Beehive. Beehive will immediately die to the prospector. Not, sorry, the coyote here. That's probably fine. I'm probably going to use the knife on the second phase. In fact, I'll probably use the knife and the hook. And just steal away the prospector's stuff. I've been a big fan of doing that, actually. Because the hound is, I think, potentially what's dangerous for you. And the hound will instantly get rid of one of those gold mines that it does. Just put down the smoke, might as well. That might have been a waste, but I was planning on sacrificing next round. We are taking some hefty damage. Okay, so you do just get a stat bonus. We went from 3-2 to 4-4. That's actually really important. I really hate to play the stout now that it has the pack rat effect when I have full items. It feels like a bit of a waste. Although, to be fair, I could have just sacrificed the smoke. I hate to invest too much more, though, into this fight. Because we know the prospector will wipe the board. We do get the pack mule stuff, though, here in a sec. So I'm just going to hold here, I think. The visual effect's also very annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, there's second phase. But that is the problem with this fight early on and having, like, one key card like our wolf here. Gets rid of all of them, and then we're in a bad position. Oh, I didn't get rid of the leftmost. Oh, does he only... I can't believe I never figured that out. He must only get rid of tiles with gold that already had something on it. I can't believe it took me that long to figure that out. That's awkward. Skink. I wish you got to keep these cards, too, from the pack mule. I think that'd be a little bit abusable, but I do wish that was the case. Get him. Honestly, I don't necessarily feel the need to use the hook here now. If anything, I just don't think it's super necessary. I don't have anything right now that would be able to just straight up beat the Hound in a duel, per se, but we can kind of just stall out the Hound and trade damage for now until he summons something else. And we're really close to winning. In fact, I think we just won. I'll take it. Could have gone for overkill, but that's not been the highest priority on my mind recently. I've just wanted to make sure we win the fights. Your lives are restored, yep. I do wonder if you're always stuck at 2 candles, though. Because it'd be helpful to have a little bit more. Ouroboros. So we have an Evolve card. Child 13. I haven't tried either of these 2 cards. I've been really curious about Ouroboros, actually. Because it's... I understand it's an unkillable card. I think there's another one that's unkillable, but... we'll give it a try. I'm just thinking, again, towards the final fight, assuming we make it, their hand economy, I think, is very important. So cards that continually come back to you, the problem with Ouroboros is you need those sacrifices, but maybe we just put that effect on like a cheat card. Grab this eye. I don't know if any of the other eyes do anything. Yeah. But here we go on to the, I believe it's the wet lens. Oh, this map's much bigger now. Interesting. I wonder if that's because we've won once. Anyway, I wanted to go check everything around one more time. I know we've already checked this code. I'm surprised the code still appears, actually. See, I saw this 1 and this blood splatter on this painting, but again, I don't know why this isn't showing the 5 cards anymore. I was actually really surprised when that happened. I mean, I know we did this already, but... assuming... like that should... oh. Isn't that what we did last time? Are these in a different spot than last time? I wanted to check this again because I was curious about this bottom slot. The stunted wolf. Oh. What are you doing over there? Interesting. Achievement unlocked, Reborn Hope. So that has to be the film that we were reading about last time. I didn't think that was where that was. I'm actually a little bit bummed out that we didn't realize that because we found the ring last time. I wonder if it was possible to get both in one go, because that's pretty important. Otherwise, we know the safe's still here. I wanted to check out these dolls again, now that there's so many of them. Anything that's changed since last time I wanted to check. Yeah, like this one I'm pretty sure we're done with. Can you put the plant anywhere else? Oh. I wonder if that matters at all. I'm also wondering, this candlestick has three lights, but ours is only, I think, these 2. I wonder if eventually you can get an extra life. What's this skull? Oh! Okay. Free teeth. I wonder how often that regenerates. The globe still isn't doing anything. There's a chance to some of this is like red herrings or just like ambiance, but... and it doesn't look like you can go behind the Lashai. So let's take a look at our map here. The mushroom could be really good, especially if we could get like another wolf or another powerful card. Right now we don't have a duplicate, and it could just give us another powerful duplicate card. So we might want to work that way. I actually really like this cave. The altar. I could put the pack rat onto something else. I mean, seriously, with 2 pack rat effects, we could really be spamming items. I don't think this right path here is the way I want to go, although the mushroom, again, is very enticing. I was hoping to find another totem, actually, because we still haven't gotten a totem at all, and I think the totem was actually very key in our successful run. Let's try this. I don't know if we'll be able to pass this test. I'm hoping we can get, like, damage or life points. 4 attack, 5 bones, 6 health. I do believe 4 attack is the most likely. We don't want to draw the beehive. We want to draw at least one of stunted wolf, pack rat, or wolf. I think this one's always just about giving yourself the best, the best chance to win, and we did do it. It was close. We drew the beehive, the only card we had that was none. Black goat, we don't have anything, I think. Ooh, a stinky black goat could help keep it alive. I don't think that we have anything right now that warrants using the black goat. Rat king. 2 blood, it evolves and gives us 4 bones. I'm actually going to grab a second coyote with thorns. I know it doesn't have the toughness to survive multiple hits, but it still just lets it give that extra kick. Then an attack from it plus something else gives it, you know, that extra punch. I'm actually really tempted to... you would assume here the rarer the card you give up, the better. And I know we were talking about item economy. Let's give it the pack rat. And this is actually the skull from the wall. I wonder if that's significant. Looks like that was just start with 1 bone. I don't know if that was worth it. Alright, birds have... I believe that's... Is that move to attack? I think that's what the hound dog has. Oh, it's another talking card. It's been quite bad. Oh, is this actually a person? Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Kind of goes back to the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Like trapped in thing we were talking about. Because this game really does, to me, feel like it takes aspects of both Yu-Gi-Oh! And MTG. Probably some other card games. But I didn't even think about that. We won last time without having found all of the quote-unquote like talking cards. Anyway, let's pop the Stunted Wolf. Stunted Wolf is actually a pretty decent value card. When you consider the regular wolf is 3-2 and this is 2-2, but it costs 1 less blood, that's not bad at all. Alright, I really want to try out this, this Ouroboros. That was a mistake, actually. Ooh, that was a pretty big mistake, I think. Because now we're not going to be able to get rid of the Raven immediately. I hadn't even thought about that. Oh. Ouroboros, I really do want to see. I mean, at this point, we're getting 1 damage out of it either way. Let's try this. I just know it's undying, but seriously, there has to be something more to this card, I think. It does feel like there's a good number of cards that basically just serve as, you know, like, sacrifice fodder. Reginald, perfect. We should be okay for these fights. Oh, never mind, our wolf just died. So you found the Stunted Wolf? Yep. I've seen this play out enough times to know that a plan is in motion. Make it. I mean, we kind of spoiled ourselves, but we know that there is, in fact, the shtick with the camera roll. I don't know, though. This run so far, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Just because I don't feel super confident here, but... What's this square? Okay. I don't think I need another death card. I think we're just going to go for random here. I really would have liked to go to the Mushroom Tile, but I felt like the path in general wasn't as good. The Mantis... I was hoping for the Mantis God. I'm tempted to just take a big heavy hitter for bones. The issue is we're at the point where we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 bone cards out of 10? So it'd be 5 out of 11. And we don't have any bone generation right now except sacking cards. We did pass up on that one card, the Rat King, I think. But I'm actually going to take the Mantis and maybe try and put that effect onto a powerful card. I don't think he can paste multiple effects, so we can't put it on the Wolf. But on the Stunted Wolf, that would be bad. That effectively make the Stunted Wolf 4 damage per turn, although it wouldn't be able to attack directly in front of it. And we actually have the opportunity to do that right now. Mantis itself doesn't seem like a bad card, but... Actually, I changed my mind. Let's do this. This will allow Reginald here to just murder 2 cards instantly when it's out. I do have to wonder if that's like people who backed the game or something to that effect, you know? That would make sense to me. 2 bees. I really feel like I'm wasting this Stoat effect here, but I don't really have a reason to use a lot of these things. Might as well, I suppose. Just to see if we can cycle to a better item. The Black Goat isn't super helpful for our current deck, unfortunately, so I might just throw that out in the next fight, in all honesty. Can't do anything else. Is this enemy just gonna summon a bunch of bees? Is that what we're doing now? Well, I mean... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's only doing 3 damage per turn. Not exactly a huge threat. Oh, here we go. We'll get some bees of our own here. Oh, wait. Oh! I wasn't paying attention. That's really awkward. This is a tough one. I really like this path right here, but I think we need the totem for the squirrel right now. I think not having free buffs on your squirrel is just a waste. some good pelts here. We've saved the hook and the hourglass for thing. We do have 2 very powerful items. Alright, so we can give our squirrels... I don't even know how helpful that is, but we don't really need... So we can give our squirrels right now Guardian, make sure that they're blocking things, or Undying. I'm going to go with Undying, because that could give us a lot of sacrifice fodder, but we'll have to see. I was a big fan of like the Bone Collection, a few others like Spawning Bees, we had one at one point. Or the one that we were just, I mean our successful run, we had a strategy where every time we summoned a squirrel, we got a worker ant, and then we'd immediately summon the worker ant, and we just had infinite ability to play those. I'm just gonna pull this. I'm probably not going to use it, but I don't think I'll be using that. I hadn't even thought about that yet, but now I can just freely summon things. It doesn't give us a bone, which is really important. So we'll have to be careful to not completely clutter up our squirrels, or our spots with squirrels, but we might die actually. This isn't looking too good. Oh, wonderful. In this case, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have to just start, but I didn't want to use our really good items here, but I think if we don't, we're in trouble. Let's use this. I'm gonna let the stout die actually, so I can, and I'm gonna hook the powerful enemy, because we really aren't looking to be in a good spot right now. I think we've kind of misplayed this one here. I was kind of rambling and not paying enough attention. Now the Rattler's gonna die immediately. That's not good. I still wanted it. Alright, what have we got? Ooh, what am I doing? Honestly, I should have put the squirrel here and put the alpha here. Would have meant at least more damage immediately. Just get the black goat out of here, get something in there that can attack. We returned a bit of damage even if we instantly lose the Rattler, and that's what's important, I would say. Ooh, this is tough. We're putting out Reginald knowing that Reginald will die immediately. What if we did something like... Either way where we put Reginald, Reginald will die. Let's try... Oh, we don't even have enough bones. That's awkward. Let's just throw down the pelt then. Oh, that's nice. The pelt actually had attack because of the alpha. Didn't even think about that. There's so many layers to this game that I just don't think of, and then I'm like, oh, that's a happy coincidence. I'm still definitely not playing this game optimally, but that's okay. So we could go for a better totem here. We could stock up on items. I keep meaning to scroll over and look at our items. I'm gonna go for a better totem. I'm not a huge fan of what we have on our squirrels. It's not bad, but if we can find something better, I would be quite the fan. Alright, what have we got? So we could give Undying to our... Oh, well... Or, sorry, sacrifice. Is that or bees? Yeah. Yeah. That should be good. It's going to give us so much economy because every time we summon a squirrel and it dies, we're going to get a bee, and we'll basically just have infinite sacrifices, which isn't bad for bone generation, and it's really good for blood sacrifice. But here's the angler. We're showing up with no items, but it's fine. Lucky draw, yeah. That is why I keep putting the pack rat effect though on the stoat, because it feels like it's literally always... I don't know why I played that. It does feel like it's literally always in my starting hand. Oh wait, it only gave me... Oh, it's a random item. For some reason this entire time I thought it filled my hand. Filled my item slots. That's just the actual space you go to. What's nice too about this effect is he can take the squirrel. This will pull it in front of the kingfisher. So now the kingfisher is attacking, and if we do destroy that squirrel, we get the beehive, which I think is actually really key. Papa, oh, we don't have enough bones for Reginald. That's awkward. The game keeps giving us Black Goat, though, with their pack rat effect, and it's not exactly the most helpful thing for us right now. Very nice. We do not... Okay. Yeah, but like... Squirrels, I feel like, just against this boss in general are insanely good. So we just chuck this on the board. Yeah, you would really think balance-wise, for so many things like not being able to just infinitely stack buffs on certain cards, that they would have made it so that it wasn't as abusable. In terms of like, what was I saying? Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second, actually. Oh, I completely lost what I was thinking. Drop the Ouroboros, and then I'm still gonna let him. He was gonna take a B either way. Yeah, there has to be some secret to the Ouroboros, otherwise this card just feels terrible. Actually gonna hold that. This should take us to second phase. The chum buckets are gonna be nasty.
Die already.
Scared me a little bit. The extra commentary, though, is really funny. It really, to me, does feel like the game kind of wants you to win. Which makes me wonder if there's more to this later on. Alright, might as well. What's nice here is that, yeah, I was gonna say, Ouroboros kills that, we instantly kill one of the Great White. And Reginald won't ever pop this one right in front of us. Now that one right there, yeah, that's a problem. The problem is, too, though, because of this effect, if you don't kill the, if you don't kill the fish immediately, like we did there, you can be in trouble. I'm just gonna keep drawing bait for now. I think we just win next turn, though. In all seriousness, my current guess with Ouroboros is that if it has another effect, it's obviously from sacrificing it a bunch of times. They say the Undying Ouroboros when you get it the first time, but we keep summoning it, and then it keeps not dying. So, you know. That's a second boss down. I'm still very concerned, admittedly, about the final fight. But I think part of that is you have that uncertainty throughout the run, and you have the chance to get really powerful buffs at the end. Moment or Gek? I actually really like Gek, because Gek is free. You can buff it up. Last time we tried to get too greedy, and it got eaten by the survivors. But at the campfire spot that we haven't even visited this run. But having just free play cards, I think is just so powerful. Alright, here we go. Hair pelts. What have we got? I actually really like Corpse Maggots. I didn't use it a whole lot last time, but the ability to instantly summon something, again, is very handy. When something else dies, I mean. And with what we're doing with our squirrels, things are going to die a lot. What's this? So I mean, it says mirror. This one's been blocked out, so this is another thing I've thought about a little bit. I would assume this is probably exactly what it looks like, and it probably just has the same attack as whatever's across from it. And has decent health. I don't actually think that the skull is going to be super helpful. I don't know. I think we pass on that. This might not be bad. Because that probably guarantees, if it works the way I think it is, if it's summoned when something else dies, it probably guarantees it evolves. What's this? Card counter. This is probably drawing cards. I actually just want to go for the Warren. You have to consider we have a lot of bone cost cards right now. And Mantis God. I really wanted Mantis God, because I want to put that effect on something powerful and just decimate. Hopefully this gives me power. Health is fine, but I'm hoping for extra power. It's health. I mean, health is nice, because we know that eventually we're going to have to deal with that final fight, where they cover the other end of the board. We haven't even drawn this guy since we got it. Or the wolf, for that matter. I'm just going to put it on Gek. Again, free card. If we need to sacrifice it, great, but no. Every time, it's gone poorly. I still don't know what the percentage chance is. I really am curious. But I've learned my lesson. We're not doing that. And we've kind of stopped in drawing our... Oh boy. I wish you got the B for sacrificing that, but again, that's probably one of those things that would be a little bit broken. Alright, we got our corpse maggots immediately. I don't have enough for that. I like the aesthetic of like the pile of coins on the side there. I just always have a hard time telling exactly what I have because of that. Very nice. Think we'll be okay for this fight. Not exactly the strongest start, but... Oh, now the... Oh, right, because of that. A lucky draw, huh? I keep forgetting. Yeah, see, our bone upkeep is actually kind of a problem. Part of the issue is they're not destroying our squirrels, so we're not getting bees. Which was kind of the plan, admittedly. But Reginald's putting in work, especially if we can stick it in front of something like this fur. It's not dying. So we can just continually make use of that. Not doing the most damage once it's cleared out those spaces, but it's still very helpful. I think we need more blood sacrifice cards, though, as our current strategy. Because we're ending up with... Oh, we... Oops. Because, like, we have a black goat on standby, and we're ending up with so much ability to sacrifice cards, and then we don't have anything that we can summon with that sacrifice. Either way, is Pronghorn worth it? I actually really like what is it, I can't remember what it's called, but what this evolves into, but let's go with Pronghorn. We were just talking about wanting some, like, expensive blood cards to play, so we're not stuck in that same situation. So we might as well go for it. There's power. We're obviously going to put that on our... Where are you? Gek. For a while there, I was actually wondering if Gek was the third talking card, but then it didn't talk. And I had assumed it'd have something to do with the puzzle, so... Wasn't terribly surprised. I really want to go for that mushroom space. I don't want to die to the elite afterwards. Like I said, I'm not feeling too confident about this run being winnable instantly, but I don't want to summon the Mantis God now, because the Mantis God is just going to die. Here we go. Now we do this. Mantis God will take out both those Ukfon. It will die to the one behind, but that's fine. Still did a really good job of crowd control there. The Mantis God is just so hard to keep alive if you don't buff it up. Oh, I don't have enough for Reginald. It's unfortunate because these were in the... Oh! I was about to say they were in the perfect position for Reginald to just destroy everything. Mole could be nice. Let's grab the elk. Alright. I still feel like we're getting to the point where the deck gets so large and it doesn't seem like that's as much of an issue like it is in, say, Slay the Spire. I don't believe we currently have the ability to... Yeah, we don't have the ability to smash two cards together, but I'm hoping that we can get a really good second copy of a card. I think it gives us, yeah, 3 options, right? Oh, I was hoping it would be buffed like other wolf. That's fine. I'm gonna take another wolf. I have a strong feeling that we might die on this elite, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. Elk with thorns. That's a little bit scary, actually. Thorns is a huge issue because I feel like it hurts your card economy. Because things are just gonna die. Let's go... I was really tempted to just summon the Warren there, but I don't actually think that's the play. The problem is the bees will immediately kill themselves on whatever they summon. There's Gek. Alright, so I'm gonna have the bee. Gek will die because of the thorns if I put it there. So let's do this and this. We'll drop stink bug here. Oh, the bee didn't even attack the oops. Alright. A prominent issue here is actually that we need this to be sacrificed, we want this to be sacrificed. Stinkbug isn't going to get rid of the Raven Egg in time. I'm actually just going to summon the Ouroboros. That feels like a... Oh, no, it did give us the bones. I thought it didn't with that for some reason. This might be where we die, though. There's a very high possibility. I'm not feeling too confident on this one. I was really hoping for a bone card there. Dang, that stinks. We misplayed a lot of fights, though. Especially on this last floor. For sure, like, I fully recognize I'm still not playing super optimally. We did get the camera film, though. I don't think we have to grab that again. Which is really nice. Has those hands, like... They did such a good job with the aesthetic of this game and making it just so, like, visually uncomfortable. The death card, draw the cost from. I actually wouldn't be opposed to just getting a free card. Because I've been feeling that the higher the cost is, I think the better options you get, but free from the get is still helpful. We need a free 3-1, that's crazy. Assuming, of course, we get this card, and we can give it either in dying or upgrade. You know what? It's free. It's free. If we can get this card right here, it's going to be huge. Jeez. Oh my gosh. That was rough. That run, I think, had potential. I do think if I'd played that run better, we probably would have been okay. But I suppose that could also be applied to everything. We do still have the camera film, okay. Like, this game really does drop a lot of hints. That foul stunted wolf. So we start with the 3 basic cards now, and then the bullfrog. It looks like the stunted wolf replaced the starting wolf, though. Which I'm not sure. It's 3-2 for 2 cost versus 2-2 for 1 cost. Not the worst thing in the world, but not the best. Anyway, I wanted to check that painting. Does it change again? We still have the flower. What does the flower pot do? Last time we found we could set it here. Or we could set it here. This is where the caged wolf initially was. Could be like a life from death type thing, I suppose. Although the caged wolf didn't necessarily die. We'll do that. If I can't figure it out for a few runs, I might look it up because I don't like leaving mysteries. So our options here. I'm going to go right path here. Gives us the opportunity to get another squirrel totem. Gives us the opportunity to get early pack rat. The only danger is the elite. And the first floor, I feel like it's not usually the biggest issue. Kingfisher or porcupine. I'm not the huge fan of Kingfisher. Porcupine isn't bad. I'm going to go skink. I'm a big fan of cards that give you other options. You know, whether it be extra cards drawn, coming back to the hand, stuff like that. I just think it's super helpful. Hello, pack rat. I don't know why for like the entirety of last stream I thought it gave me 3 full items, because I know I'd done it with more than 1 empty item spot, I just didn't realize. Wolves with that effect is really bad, actually. Took the film roll, is that correct? My plan nears its moment of truth. But you must defeat him first. Yeah, we have to get to the ending. We already had an idea that was the case. Porcupine Coyote. I'm just gonna pop this. If I can avoid losing my, oh right, it's only 1 sacrifice. If I can avoid losing my second candle instantly on any floor, though it's probably a good idea to do so. The pack rat in itself isn't a terrible card either. I just haven't been the biggest fan of, in all honesty, utilizing it. The stink bug, and then it'll move to the squirrel, and we win the fight. Decent amount of overkill. Oh, we didn't... Did we not start with the hook? Because I thought the middle item... I know we start with the... Huh. That's interesting. I'm trying to figure out... I don't remember which items we started with. I always assumed it was the hook, knife, and squirrel bottle, but... What the heck? I would like to take the Instant Death card from the adder and put it on something else. I have to know. I mean, I have to know, you know? Maybe it has something to do with the plant, because that hasn't shown up before. Alright, what buffs do you have for squirrel? That's useless, that's also useless. Dang it. Yeah, like it's... At this point, I think we take Bifurcated Strike, and then just hope that either we get another totem down the road that's helpful for the squirrel, or helpful to use Bifurcated Strike on. Not exactly ideal. Because ideally, I think with the totem, it's a one and done thing. You get a really good one, and then you never have to worry about it again. But this run and last run, we kind of got shafted. We don't have any buffs on the stoat either right now. But yeah, an effect like that is admittedly useless on our squirrels because they have no attack, but so is the flight. And we could have taken the wolf head, but I think these effects are powerful enough on potential other things that it was probably fine. Oh, that was close. Pack rat. Is pack rat worth it right now? I hate to get rid of the... Let's do this, actually, because the skink will kill this, and then if it's attacked again, it'll stop and give me something else. I only summoned the pack rat for the power, which I think was still... Oh. That's awkward. I was about to say, I think I still sacrificed 2 1/1 damages for singular 2 damage, but that is actually probably a mistake that caused me to lose the candle there. I will be taking the coyote. Flying just... To me, it hasn't felt like the most powerful effect in the world. We could die on first floor for doing this, but I really want a stronger totem. Or, you know, one that does anything. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Do we even have any elks right now? No, I still don't know what this card does. We should actually probably get up from the table here. Might as well do this. It does something once we get an elk. We passed up a couple times. But just I feel like we're gonna die to delete. I want to know what this card does. I'm assuming at this point this puzzle's done. Until we figure out the plant, I'm assuming that stays there. Wait, what? What's this? Oh. Interesting. Still don't know which spot that plant needs to be in. Do we even take the teeth? I wonder... Do those refresh every run? Test the theory. I think we're gonna die in the elite, so if that's like it saves over time, that was probably bad. I wonder, it could just be the excess teeth you have when you die or complete a run. We meet again. Hello, Wolfie. Oh! Okay, so I was admittedly thinking that might be something like story integral. It wasn't. And the nice thing about the great white shark right there is, unlike what my thoughts on the previous one where it's like, okay, well you just trade 1 for 1, you know? That's not really an issue with the shark. Because the shark, you're sure you're trading damage with whatever's across from, but the shark's doing 4 damage. It's probably not getting out damaged by whatever is across from it, you know? Won't get overkill, but we won't have to waste our items. And we have really powerful items right now. And we didn't die on that fight, which I thought was going to happen. Mantis, Casey. I really, really, really want to get the I Died card that we made last time. That thing's going to be so powerful. Undying, free. I mean, it comes back to our hand when it dies. It's free, 3/1. Like, that's crazy. It's just no guarantee that you see it. I think the player cards count. You either have to go to the skull card thing, or I think it's also, you know, bifurcated on. Yep. It took us 4 tries to get something semi-useful, but it's something. Or I think that was the 3rd one we went to. I'm surprised we had so many of the totems on the 1st floor, too. I feel like that's not usually the case. Either way... As always, every time we cut out our eye until we're absolutely certain there's nothing left, I'm probably just going to look around after we get the special eye. hate to put the Stunted Wolf in front of that one. Have it just take free damage while it can't defend itself. But I also don't want to put it on the end because I don't think it gets the secondary attack. Like directly if it's attacking nothing. And immediately they put one there. It's awkward. Almost in the second phase, I don't want to play anything else if I can avoid it. Which, I mean, this goes to second phase here. Yeah, if I'm correct, he only puts gold tiles here and here, which is huge. Am I willing to summon the Racking? Yeah, sure. I don't think our deck has as many bone cards this time, but... I just feel like this is such a good use for the hook. It's not a necessary use for the hook, but I've quite enjoyed doing that. Oh, and it gets the, oh, okay. But I do feel like we're probably... I'd have to imagine we're probably taking longer than the average player to get to the, end here, admittedly. But that's fine. You just gotta go at your own pace. Look at all those double attacks, though. Yeah, the Bloodhound on the end there, you can see, isn't getting the extra attack for the right side. So having more than 2 bifurcated strikes on the field, I don't think is the best. It's not unhelpful, but it's probably not the best. Maybe save the knife for the fisherman. The amoeba. A child 13. That just, I have to wonder if there's something more to this card as well, because a 0/1 for 1 cost that you can sacrifice and have it keep coming back, just a little underwhelming for a rare card. Let's try the Strange Larva, actually. The amoeba just sounds so much fun, but the Strange Larva, I want to see what it evolves into. Again, it's a rare card, you'd imagine it's something good. Just having that effect to copy onto something else I don't think could be considered worthy of that. I'm gonna grab this in case we see a mushroom. I didn't see one on the map, but doesn't mean it won't show up. Altar. I don't really have anything I want to... I could, again, put the pack rat on something. That's the only thing. But right now we're lacking so much for actual raw power. I think I'm just gonna keep the pack rat. In all honesty. Skip the item. He said this thing is useless, too. I have to know. I didn't take it last time, and I really am curious. Because it just... Oh. What do you mean there's no use for it? You just put it on the shelf. That means there's something to it. That's awkward. Okay, I feel like that actually didn't play out in my favor. I don't want to put the... I wanted to put the coyote here, but... I don't want it to immediately die. Since his DPS potential is potentially very high. Good thing we ended the fight there, though. We would have lost our pack rat. This run does honestly feel pretty underwhelming when you consider you have basically 3 runs to accumulate power. I'll take this one. It wasn't the one we were looking for, but that's not bad. Two health. There's a lot of things that putting health on. I mean, again, I think my primary issue right now is not having enough power. I would put it on the Mantis. The issue is, I think the Mantis's effect, we're going to try and... Similar to the Mantis God, we're going to try and put on another card. Let's make a really beefy player card, I suppose. I'm not doing it anymore more than once. Unless I literally... Unless it's power, and I think I will lose without an extra 1 power. I'm not doing that again. It's worked once for a second time out of like 5 or 6 times we've tried it. Tried to test the waters. And yeah, like one out of 5. And then that time it also died on the 3rd try because I wasn't paying attention. Like, the chance has to be incredibly low. These worker ants are about to dumpster me. This should allow me to play the stoat as well as the stink bug here. Nice. Worker ants you just don't want to let compile, which is kind of what we're doing. I don't have 4 bones, crud. Oh, there goes one of our candles. And again, I hate to use our items. I could have used my bone jar there, but I just don't feel terribly pressured to do so. Reginald, huh? I was a fan of Reginald. I think 3 bones is easier to get out than 2 blood most of the time. I'm going here. I wish you could have more than 1 totem up at once. What's this again? Yes. Yes, actually. Now we need to stop focusing so much on... Well, we could still focus on bones because we'll have 2 potential sacrifices. But if we can get some high blood cost cards, our squirrels are intense value for that now. And it's not like the bees, where the bees give us some offensive power afterwards. But, you know, the bees are in danger. I just realized I can't play this because there's... Oh, wait, no, it's a ringworm, not an ant. I thought all 3 of these were worker ants. Oh, that's not good. What? Strange pupa. If that's the case, I'm actually going to... Alright. I wasn't going to use this until probably against one of the great whites. But... Oh, and it's still going to die to the mantis. Crud. That wasn't worth it, I think, then. Yeah, I think that was a misplay. I really want to see what happens if we keep that strange pupil alive, but I completely neglected to think about what the mantis would do. This could be a very quickly cut short run, because I don't want to use a knife for this. I'd rather just reset the run, kind of mulligan. Oh yeah, we're just going to mulligan this run. This was pretty rough. I hate to do that. I often don't like doing that on stream, but... Sometimes with roguelikes, like one thing I want to do, I've actually beaten IS2 in Arknights, their roguelike mode, with every single squad on every single boss, which is actually took a long time. But sometimes on that one too, you just have to mulligan a run. It just doesn't always work for you. That and like with the 2nd and 3rd ending in that game, sometimes you don't get the encounter you need. We only have 2 options here. Power and health, we'll obviously take the 2-2 here. The effect we got. Not the best. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I felt like we wasted so much time on the totems. And at the end there, we finally got a good totem, but... You know, the wolf one wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great for the deck we had. And it just feels like those totems you want to, again, just be one and done. Grimora, she was at least a worthy opponent. Is he going to talk about the film every single time? Kind of funny when you think it's supposed to be a different survivor. But yeah, I really want to try and get this stuff done today. Get the camera roll ending done, because I don't know, the new Genshin patch comes out at, like, for me, like 9 o'clock tonight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you really do look like you're suffering. The master is free, the end must be close now. Magnificus? Oh, it kind of looks like something that died to the angler. Huh. Okay, so it just seems like one of those tutorial things that kind of gives you hints like, use the camera roll. That would have been helpful if we'd gotten it earlier, and I would assume it's out of the pool now. So, what have we got? I want to go this side. I really want to get that free cost card, and it still gives us a totem after a fight, and we'll get Pack Rat this way. And Queen. I mean, I didn't mind the ant strategy, but that requires a very specific totem head. I'm actually going to grab the pronghorn here, I think. The ant queen would be insane, I think, if we got the totem that allows our squirrels to spawn us ants. But there's no guarantee that that'll happen. And without that, I don't think that card's worth it on its own. 2 sparrows, okay. Well, this stoat's more durable. I could have the bullfrog block one of these sparrows, but I'm not too concerned about it right now. Which perhaps arguably I should be. Let's use this because we're going to summon the Pack Rat anyways. Pliers, okay. Pliers are one thing that I'll probably just use on random fights. It's not bad, but I can't say I think it's like, let's save it for the boss. Whereas the knife, I would assume you do still have to use the knife relatively early by comparison. I would assume if you just held it to the end, you probably, because you can't get up from the table in like the final stage. Yeah, come on, give me the free card. That would make this run so powerful from the get-go, assuming we ever drew it. We didn't get it. Correct. Taking this one. Alright, hopefully it's a powerful effect. Flight or... I mean, we have infinite squirrels. I can't say I think that's the most useful thing in the world, but it's helpful. It is helpful. Oh! We have infinite sacrifices. Never mind, that's great. Let's go for something crazy here. Yeah, we straight up have infinite squirrels now. That is actually hysterical. I think... No, I do have 4 bones. Oh, that's the best. I feel like if I don't win this run already, it's probably on me. Which I think it's always kind of the case, but you know. So yeah. It appears as though if you're not a specific card that starts with that evolve effect, and you are just like, oh hey, I just stuck this on something else, it does appear that it generally chooses to just give you stats, which is not bad. Free stats is free stats. With our current setup, we only have to draw like 1 or 2 squirrels in a given game, honestly. And then they're just going to keep coming back to us. And as far as I know, it's not like there's a max. That's actually the one I was talking about. Sick. That's huge. The number of undying cards we have now, like, who needs to draw? Assuming, you know, we get them. Naturally, we're going to stick this on I died here. Like, the other human card could have been good too, but look at that. A 3/3 card that comes back and it's free. Like, once it's in our hand, it's basically just a 3/3 card that's staying on the battlefield. That's insane. Squirrel. Stout pronghorn. If we can get that effect later on too that allows you to specifically choose which card you're drawing, that would also be crazy. That would be nuts. Yeah, this feels like a pretty exploitable combination, if I'm being honest. These undying squirrels. Because you'd think they'd make it so that it, like, doesn't proc on, like, I don't know, sacrificing or something at the very least. But now, this is where it comes into problem, though, is now we can't get it out of our hand, but... Or we can't play our special card, but... Either way, I mean, all it takes is... We get a blood sacrifice. Pop that on the field. I mean... Unless we get blitzed ourselves, I'm not sure how we're going to lose this fight. Unless there's some, like, effect I've been missing that does stop you from... like does the miner's gold mine effect, you know? Does that stop them from coming back? I'd imagine not, actually, but... This is pretty funny, if I'm being honest. Pelts, we should be able to buy some good pelts here. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have bought the extra rabbit pelt, because we don't want to overstuff our hand, because then we won't draw the cards we need, like our I died card, but still. I'm satisfied with the totem we have. We don't need to go to another totem. Effects we could put on. I mean, we could throw, if we could throw Pack Rat on I died, and does that give me infinite cycle? Hold on, I have to know. That would be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Okay, put Pack Rat here. That's insane. If we get I died into our hand, we have infinite items and a 3/3 card that's going to keep respawning. That's actually the best thing I've ever seen. Now we can just use items willy-nilly, especially once it's in our hand. Of course, it goes back to saying that as we draw more cards, it's harder to find, but we do have the chance of later on getting that card to draw a specific card, and if we don't get enough cards, then the last fight will be too hard. I think you have to stuff your hand, or stuff your deck to an extent, specifically because of that. I just don't think it's something you can really get around now that I know that's the case. Like, look at that. I can just instantly do this. This. This squirrel thing is like, really broken. Because the amount you can do turn one, because you always start out with one squirrel. If you have one blood cost cards, like, you're set. In fact, I'm just gonna sit on what we have right now for a second. Because as always, I don't like to dump everything against the Prospector at the start, because it's gonna be a problem. Alright, so Memory Surge, yeah, it's bifurcated, which is a bit of a problem here, but should be fine. Because it won't be able to get rid of this Coyote here, so the Coyote will kill it in 2 turns if we don't push to second phase. But we should be able to push to second phase, I think, so. Let's draw one more squirrel. It's crazy. Oh, I just realized we're gonna have full gold mine slots because of how I played this. That's fine. Lucky draw. I'm actually just gonna... Well, no, we'll probably use the hook on the Bloodhound again. There it is. There it is. That's so crazy. And then every time it dies, we have the chance to... Oh, you can organize those coins. I didn't know that. The adder destroying the gold pile works well in my favor, but like... Honestly, though, I was expecting to do like another 5 or 6 tries. We haven't won yet. It's still very possible that we lose to a boss just randomly, but I really feel like with what we have, this is such a promising run. We could have even tried to give like Bifurcated Strike or the Mantis God effect to our free card, and it would have been even better, but the Douse. The Douse doesn't seem terrible. I still have to know, like, we got the Ouroboros and I thought there had to be something more to it, and then it never died last time, but like the Ouroboros effect you would think would be like it keeps coming back eating its own tail. And maybe that is just a reference to its own skill, but I just can't help but feel that for a rare card there has to be more than that. For 2 cost, for a 1/1 creature, there has to be more to it, surely. I mean, if I could get another one of I Died, I don't know if it gives you the opportunity at all for in the mushroom slot, but we might as well try. What you got? Yep. Because you would assume it counts all, even if you have the exact same name, you would assume it counts all of the human cards as separate cards. I just don't know if you get the opportunity to do that. I could put Undying on something else. The problem is if it's not like a free card, it's a little bit harder to make use of the full-on infinity cycle, you know? Let's do this on, so Giant Leap. Warfrog's not a bad card, but can you put it on a pelt? That would feel so stupid. Let's just make sure the Ouroboros card dies. I have to know, because I am very, very curious, because I don't know why, but this is the one card that I swear I just get that feeling there has to be more to it. But I'm gonna feel real dumb when it dies and nothing happens. Admittedly. 2 kingfishers, they move to attack, that's fine. The thing that I don't want to move to attack is the beehive, because I don't want to give them bees, and that's not apparently the case. Does not attack the squirrel. That was a bad draw. That was a really bad draw. I forgot how many pelts we have. We need to find a trapper. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna... Wait, why did I do that? They're not gonna attack it. We might have just messed ourselves over. I swear if you give me another pelt... Uh-oh. Okay. It's time to... I'm gonna pop this for now. So admittedly, I think I might have just messed myself over. Just a wee bit. Sorry, Wolf. I needed to create some space because I messed up. Big time. Okay. The hourglass actually saved us. I really messed up that play. I was like, I'm just going to play them in block, and then I realized they weren't going to attack. I was like, oh. Alright, this might be a little bit hard to win this time, admittedly. What was this one again? I wasn't paying attention. Bone cost. So bone cost, we literally have to draw this card. We'll go for power. I'm afraid we're going to draw the pelts. Never mind, we're good. Oh, we drew like the best possible roll for that. What you got? Bullfrog with bee, vulture. You know what? We've had such a high bone upkeep with other strategy. Let's go with the vulture. Let's see what they give us. I don't think we have any duplicates in our deck right now. Oh, apparently... Wait, what do we have? Is there even a point in combining these two? Can I get like a super golden pelt? I don't want to risk it. I'm going to experiment with the rabbit pelt, and if I find out that's the case later on, we'll try that. Because if it just gives us like... Because if it was 2 golden pelts... Yeah, it just increases the block. That's fine. I don't mind combining those rabbit pelts. I was curious if it'd give us like even better options. You know? But that actually... That's fine, because I don't think we really needed the rabbit pelt cards. There's some decent ones, but nothing like too stellar. So, eh. I do want to keep the stout, maybe give it an effect, and a couple like basic cards. Because with our current strategy, our opening hand does ideally want like a 1-cost card. Because of how often we're sacrificing these squirrels and we have infinite free block with them, the big problem is when we run into enemies with flight, like we saw, and we can't get them cycled. That's really where I think our weakness is going to come from. As to how likely that is to happen, I don't know. Like here in this fight, it's a perfect example, there's like no flight. We don't have to worry about it. We do have to worry about losing the fight, though. I think we need to deal with the big boys first. Now that I know you can kind of stack up those coins too, I'm going to probably do that to help keep that a little bit more organized. So mushrooms. We know for a fact if we go to this mushroom, as much as I'd like to go to this cave, because a rare card is always nice, we know for a fact if we go to this cave, it's going to just combine our golden pelts, which I don't think we want. We could go for another totem. I see no reason to change our totem right now. I'm going to take the mantis. We were just talking about wanting a few extra 1-cost cards. Is this, yeah, free squirrel. Our squirrels are literally just the most broken fodder we could have right now. Okay, a worker ant. It will do 2 damage, so I don't think we actually want the stoat in front of it. I'll just sacrifice the golden pelt here. That's not where I meant to put that squirrel. That's awkward. I was just kind of on autopilot, if I'm being honest. The problem with putting this squirrel down right now is it won't die because of the ringworm. And we do ideally want it to die. Mantis, okay. I'm gonna drop the mantis here. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. The problem is... Yeah, okay. How many ticks do we need? Alright, it's gonna force me to draw. We need 2 ticks. Can I just summon the vulture and... No. I'm just gonna, like... I hate that sound. That wasn't enough. I should have used the knife. Fine. This is a complete waste of resources, but... Actually, to be fair, isn't this the last fight before the boss? Oh, that sound. I think this was the last fight before the boss, so I don't actually think I should have done that, but I kind of wanted to save my stuff there. So I want to know, like, this eye right here in particular, I wonder if there's something there. Like, if it gives you, like, diplopia from Isaac. One more check. So I'm just going to do this until I know I've figured out everything in this room. Did we look at the plants? Keep sealed. You have the Master's Eye. This means the Master can see me. Oh, it's Magnificus's eye. Yeah, okay. This NPC doesn't seem like it does anything except to give you hints. Alright. Cool. I'm gonna go for this because I want the bonfire. We haven't been seeing, like, we keep getting these really powerful cards. I was super excited, actually, about our... Yeah, it's fine. About our... The I Died card, and then we haven't seen it. I've seen it, like, once. Alright, so here are our options. Mantis, which I think I am going to get rid of. In fact, if I can put the Mantis effect on either the Vulture or Crow here, I would. Could put Stink Bug effect on something. I could put Pronghorn on something. Or sorry, no, I'm an idiot. This is just gaining power. Just gonna give more power to this guy. I think no matter what we put power on, it runs into the rest. The Stout actually might not have been a bad idea, because we consistently have the Stout at the start. Having 2 power on that as a 2/3 card could have been nice. Could have been nice, but only time will tell. Alright, Angler. If this run is gonna get spoiled by anything, it's a boss. Or my bad play. Never mind, we got our ace immediately. Jeez. Imagine if we get one more power on this thing, and if we draw it first turn, we just win. Would that not be the funniest thing? No, you can't have that. Stop that. Do I have enough bones? I don't actually have enough bones to play. I was going to play maybe Pronghorn and that. We don't have enough bones, so I'm going to just give it a squirrel. Yeah, if it stole this card, I think we'd have to kill it, obviously, but then we'd probably get ours back, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it'd stink. I could have put that in the middle, but I'm hoping I can just instantly gimp one of these sharks this way. And then just infinitely stall the other 2. Kind of like that. Hello, Stout. Actually, yeah, maybe I should have just left the buckets, let sleeping sharks lie. It didn't matter. But the problem is, like, you can't insta-kill these sharks if you don't do that. You have to be able to attack it twice, which means Bifurcated Strike usually, or Mantis God effect. Douse. I don't want to fill up my slots right now with that. Strange Larva. I'm curious, but I haven't been able to keep this thing alive. I'm just going to grab the Amoeba. I really want to see what the larva evolves into, but the larva, that goes from 0-3 to 0-1, and I'm assuming into a powerful creature. Almost like, what is that moth from Yu-Gi-Oh? Gonna keep talking about that, but kind of seems obvious. Like, inspiration-wise. I just don't feel the need to go for more. At this point, a grizzly could be pretty nice. Because again, we start with a squirrel. We basically need to get like 1 squirrel, and then we're just golden. That's all we've had to have. And we can start with these squirrels. We could instantly summon something like a grizzly, and then have those squirrels in our hand. Pretty crazy stuff. Nice top deck. I still just want to put something else on the stout. I feel like it is disproportionately in our hand at the start of the run. Start of the round, I mean. Like, the blitz potential of our current deck and everything is insane. I mean, I could just probably end the fight with the Grizzly. Yeah. No reason not to, I don't think. Yep. Trader. Yeah, actually, we've needed that. What have you done to that pelt? It's monstrous yet I'm on. Oh! Oh! No, I should. No! If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have put it on the golden pelt. We would have had an insane card. So the question is, right? My thoughts right now. The alpha here or this Grizzly? Because if we get this Grizzly and we combine it with our other Grizzly, assuming that's possible, that would be insane. Either way, this card on itself is really good. Especially if we could put something else on it. I'm going to go for it. I feel like it seems like the simplistic option, but still powerful. Mantis God, I want to put that effect on something, and I want Gek. We're looking... We just got some great stuff. I really wish I'd known that's what happens when you combine the pelts. I thought he was going to get mad and just say, well, I'm not taking the pelts. I don't want another pack rat. So I really wish I'd known that's the case. You can actually have this Grizzly. I know we just talked about this, but I kind of doubt that's the case. If it is, I'd be really sad. Especially if we got another mushroom. But I don't want to sacrifice anything else, you know? I guess we could have given him like the stout or something, but I really do want to keep a couple 1 blood cost cards in our hand. Because that gives us just a little bit better opportunity. And buff either the stout or the stunted wolf here. I will admit I'm a little bit disappointed with the stunted wolf in that it's not as strong as circular wolf, but again, it goes back to the whole... We make use of the fact that this... Why did I put the amoeba there? I'm dumb. But there's still just... I can't really say I think there's a huge downside to most of the plays we've made so far. I really don't like putting Bifurcated Strike on the end, but I think just sometimes it's kind of what happens. Ouroboros, we finally get to see what happens when it dies, because, seriously. I know it comes back to my hand, but, like, is there more to this card? Because I've been wondering for a while, and we haven't figured it out. Ow. There is! I knew it! I was so certain there had to be. An infinitely buffing card like that is actually... Why did I do that? I could have played, this card here. But, like, look at that. Ouroboros is just going to keep getting stronger and stronger. That's insane. Alright. I wonder if that's probably... I would imagine that probably resets every run, though. I feel like that... I just lost my... Oops. I wasn't paying attention. I was super excited about the Ouroboros and stuff. Okay, we need to be a little bit more careful. I'm not going for the elite fight now. This run is too good to lose in a stupid way. Not that I am not likely to lose it in a stupid way, because I am, but... Alright, power, power, yes! Alright, question now is... There's so many things that could be good. I'm kind of tempted to put into Ouroboros. Mantis God, I don't... You know what, let's put into Gek. Another free card, another powerful card that is just infinitely usable. No, we're not trying it again. I was thinking about Mantis God, but I think ultimately we want to sacrifice for Mantis God effect. As long as this fight doesn't kill us, which I'm prepared to use all of my resources to make sure it doesn't, we're fine. Moose, Buck, and Mole Man. That's not intimidating at all, game. On the plus side, because of our squirrel strategy, we can play literally everything in our hand. I still don't know what this tentacle does. Oh, that has to be the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, it's gotta be. That makes sense. Which makes me think that if that is the case, it probably is the case with the mirror thing that we were thinking. Well, there's our absurdly busted Grizzly. 8-12. Imagine that. Imagine having an 8-12 Grizzly. It's insane. I guess we're making our tentacle weaker. But, I can't say I really care. There's our busted card. Like, this is really showing, I think, the upper potential of this deck. Like, we have infinite stall ability. Like, infinite strength. Like, this is pretty crazy. I'm just gonna keep this in my hand now. I mean, an 8-12 Grizzly, though, that's insane. Anytime you can combine pelts now, I'm gonna do that. That's so broken. Just Trapper. Will we have the chance to... I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to draw a bunch of pelts. I think that's how we die. So let's just get 2 of the strongest ones. And again, if we can combine them, that would be really funny. Anyway, you want to see the most powerful Grizzly you've ever seen? If this thing gets on the field, we probably just win. That's 16 damage. Actually, well, I thought I did Mantis God. That's awkward. Oh, that's really awkward. Mantis God was the intention there. Either way, it's still fine. That would have been 24 damage, though, against that page thing. It's still okay. Alright, what do we got? It's the... Oh, right, it's the traps. If that's the case with the traps, I think the ideal situation is genuinely that we draw... I'm an idiot, though. I should have put the Mantis God thing on the bear. I think the ideal situation would have to be drawing... Sorry, I'm thinking. Drawing our Undying cards here. We do get those free pelts, though, for the second stage, so I do want to get rid of as many of these traps as I can. I think it actually does behoove us to do so. Assuming we don't die. There's a Grizzly. So the problem here is I can't put the Grizzly... I hate to use both of these. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, this, and this, and just stall a turn. The issue is I can't put the Grizzly in front of one of the Strange Frogs, so that's just gonna decimate my Grizzly and be a complete waste. I'm gonna draw another Squirrel. I don't want to get rid of the Skunk either, because the Skunk is neutralizing this Strange Frog. Okay, now that the Strange Pelt's out of the way, we can summon the Grizzly in the far right tile. That's a good draw. That's not what I meant to do. Just dump the Grizzly on this far right tile where it won't be in danger of running into that problem. Dump a block here and let our Undying card just do everything we want it to. The Grizzly still... Oh, okay, it kills the card in front of it. That's fine then. I thought I made a really stupid mistake there. And like this Tentacle card, if we just constantly have a bunch of squirrels in our hand, the Tentacle card becomes immortal. We can use any item we want whenever we have this in our hand. We got another Pliers. I mean, look at this. This is insane. We overkilled that phase, I think, by like 10 damage, too. Skinny Knife turns. We didn't get that many pelts, though. I didn't think about that. Granted, with what we have on the field, I don't think we need that many pelts. Okay, I want that off the field. And I want that off the field. What else have we got? That's honestly fine. That's fine. Wolf's a little dangerous. The Grizzly moving... Oh, that's all we could take. I mean, there's really nothing that's a threat to us right now. Yeah, we... Wow. I didn't even have to think about that. This is crazy. I did not think we were going to get such an OP run. What you got? Stop offering me the douse. I don't want it. Child 13, with our current strategy, we don't need it. We'll take the long elk. I wouldn't say we needed anything there, to be completely honest. But we have the camera roll. We have the ring for a free buff. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick before the climax. Sorry, I gotta pee. Okay, so we need to go to the trader. I'd love to put Mandus God on something else here, but we do need to go to the trader because I don't want to keep 2 golden pelts in my deck. That would probably be ill-advised. Right here, I can't say I think we need anything. I'll take the alpha. Another Gek. I mean, at this point, a Gek that we can't continue to buff I don't think has much of a point. Pack Rat I also don't think admittedly has a huge point, but sacrifices are no object. I 100% do not think we can keep the second phase of that larva alive through the final fight. Otherwise I would consider it. Anyway, barring some misplay, I think we should be good. This final boss knowing what it hits us with. Barring misplay or like a terrible draw phase, I think we're okay. I remember the first time we saw this, I thought we just had to sit here and wait like an idiot. But we need the effect that allows us to draw a specific card. That would just mean a win. Okay, we don't have that. Flight or... I don't think we're likely to get any of these effects, actually. Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought that was... Oops. I'm a moron. I don't know why I was thinking. I don't think we could have really done any of those, though. There's the ring. I don't think that first phase we would have gotten like any of them, though. Choose any card to draw. Draw twice. Could be nice, actually. Like, it's obviously draw a specific card. That's the only buff I think we needed. That first one I legitimately don't think we could have won, though. I don't even think we have... We might have like 1 or 2 flight cards that we could have maybe drawn, but when you consider the probability, the other 2 I think were impossible. So, that's unfortunate, because I was hoping for like... Because we got rare card and ring in the same pile. Rare card probably wouldn't have been that hard to draw. Hello, old man. Are you ready? I sure hope so. This is the strongest run I've ever had in this game. Out of like the 7 or 8 runs we've done. You just gonna stand there, or... Imagine
well, looks like I'll have to beat him again.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if you could have had the film, though, your first run, and you just never would have heard this, like, commentary from the dude. I don't care about your 3 flames, dude. I'm not scared of you. Of course, I do hope you don't kill me, but, yeah. It's besides the point. Moleman, Amalgam, yeah. Alright. What to do? 2, 3. This one would not survive. I'm going to stick that there, do this. We're obviously losing power off this tentacle here, but that's fine. I'm not so concerned. Oh, wait, don't. Oh, don't do it. Oh, I know what you're thinking about doing. Don't do it, please. We know exactly what card we want. If I can find it. There it is. The legend themselves, I died. Actually, might as well put this in our hand. That's more power for the tentacle. Very nice. That's already 1 candle down. As the music just blows everyone's eardrums out. I haven't seen this phase before. Oh, okay. We can draw our own. It's a really good thing we have some of the most powerful ones we could have had. Do you imagine? Just gonna draw a squirrel for now, put that in our hand. The tentacle is admittedly not long for this world, but that's fine. Reginald's gonna kill I died, but oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. I forgot that could happen. I mean, I still have I died, so... I want to hold on to some of our more powerful cards until the very end. Like the Grizzly, I want to just draw the Grizzly right before that final big fight. When it pulls the page down. Do I have a... Then we throw Gek here. We throw I died here, see what item we get. That's fine, just pop some more. I wonder if there's an upper limit to how many of those you can have. Oh yeah, take that, that's fine. Do you really think I care if you take the gold nugget you gave me that I didn't want? Oh, he's not even going to take it. This ought to work again. It didn't work last time. We're talking about the page. Yeah, it didn't work last time, dude. Alright, now we draw a Grizzly. We won't be able to play it immediately because of the whole shtick we've got going on here. We need to wait for this 1 damage effect to get rid of our gold nuggets here. Actually, couldn't we just sacrifice... Throw Ouroboros out there. Ouroboros is pretty strong. In theory, couldn't I just get all 3 of those back? Wow, that's really broken. I never... Why did I not put that in the middle? I'm a moron! Dang it! I don't think we'll lose, but that was really stupid. It's awkward. Gonna just do this. I don't know why I did that though. I feel really dumb about that actually. Look at all these free items. Having a big hand with like the squirrel I guess doesn't matter as much now that we have... What's this? Oh. How many bones we have? I could have finished this fight in like 1 less turn I think had I put the Grizzly in the proper spot. I just genuinely didn't think about it until I was like, oh wait, I'm a moron. Actually, I think... Oh, nope. Yeah, it would have been this turn that we ended the fight. Still, though, that was an insanely broken run. You're not the first to triumph over the moon. But go on, finish it. Sure. Dummy. Man, that was such a powerful run, though. That's crazy. I mean, it's literally an undying free card that gives us an item every time we play it. And we had it buffed up to, like, what was that, like 4-3? That's broken. You had run the respect of the strange cabins inhabitant. We did last time, too, and he still killed us. You had not eaten for days. Alright. What's that woo? Surely this food will please you. I mean... You never look a gift horse in the mouth, but when somebody puts a little pile of poo in front of you, you probably don't want to eat it. Just a thought. Who gave you that? I found it. It's mine. You absolute ingrate. Give it back. Did we get the picture? Did we escape? Do we get to explore this room too? I wonder what's in here. Looks like an old school TV and such. Oh, we do. Interesting. Hold on, I want to see what... Oh, that's the photo we made of him. Is this... Oh, this is how we get new game... Was this all a tutorial? Are you kidding me? I feel like overall, though, the number of attempts I had to get to this point was probably pretty average. Like, I remember in Hades, too, like, it took me, what, like, I think it was, like, 16 runs, I think, to get my first one. It was lower than 20. And I remember looking it up, and that seemed pretty average. There were people that won on, like, their 10th or 9th or 10th. I was seeing on, like, forum stuff, but not the worst. Where am I? Okay, apparently move this way. No? Okay, game, I can't see a thing. I recognize that that's probably the point. Alter deck. You can do that? What's this? I mean, I literally can't see a single thing. This is really bothering me. Is this intentional? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. I hate to, but I'm actually just pushing buttons. Inscryption stuck in dark room. Oh, you literally just hit escape and then go to actual new game. I was gonna say, I was like, what? That's weird, because you could move around a little bit. Why do I feel like we were doing just a tutorial this entire time? That's a little bit intimidating. Oh, wow. Purging deck data. Purging collection data. Do we have to start fresh? Achievement unlocked renewal. In the beginning, the world did not know cards. Can I... That is until the day the scribes arrived. That one of these might be... So that looks in the upper right and the lower left. We obviously know those two. Each had their own method of inscription to create cards. That's where the name comes from. So a paintbrush, camera. Grimora used her quill to inscribe the epitaphs of the dead. Okay, and Grimora was the master of that horrifying, like, head in a jar that was supposedly killed by Lashai. Lashai used the wildlife camera to capture beasts. PO3 used a particle scanner to copy the CPUs of robots. So we have robots, the scribe, so they're like 4 different phases of this game in the brush. The cards created the scribes that solidified their power. I wonder if this is like you do literally 4 different stories. We did Lashai's, now we have 4 more. One day a challenger arrived to replace one of the scribes. We did just kill Lashai. I think. Oh, do we get to choose which one? Oh. Choose a starting deck to mark your ambition. Okay. So, this is what I'm thinking, though, is it probably goes down to 4 different... Like, I wonder if these are, like, 4 different story options, and you, to, like, quote-unquote beat the game, or at least move on to further into the game. Similar like how we just defeated the Traveler, like, lost in Lashai's cabin situation. I wonder if you defeat these 4, then there's more to go through. I have no idea what any of these are. I'm intrigued by the robot. This looks like Lashai, so I'm kind of tempted not to do that. Let's try this one. Replace Magnificence and become the Scribe of Magics. Hold on. Replace PO3, become the Scribe of Technology. Lashai, Scribe of Beasts. Grimora, Scribe of the Dead. Okay, so that makes me think that I'm curious if I do this again, if it just puts me in the same story mode that we're in. I'm actually really curious about Grimora. The robot sounds like it could be cool gameplay-wise. The Scribe of Magic, I think, is really cool. Let's just go with Grimora, because that's the one that we've heard of the most. The cards were added to your collection. I mean, Grimora is the one that we'd heard of the most. And by that I mean it was the only one we heard of. Oh. So one would assume I mean, this is PO3, this is Lashai. This is the Scribe of the Dead, which I think is what we just did. So one would assume that's where we go. Did this just become a dungeon crawler? I am Grimora, Scribe of the Dead. Nice to meet you. Till quite recently I was disgraced because Lashai beat the brakes off you, apparently. Some unlikely friends. If you wish to test your skills against me, you must first prove your wits. You must discern which tomb marks the final resting places of my lovely ghouls. You know, found a piece of an eaten by a hungry dog. I was about to say, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do trial and error. Does not hold a grudge. Is there another room over here? Hello? Who are you? Shopkeep? You wish to trade? Oh, that's what you use these for, okay. This game just becoming very different than what I thought it would be. Interesting. Does not hold a grudge. Eaten by dogs. I would assume these are our 3 options. I feel like a grudge, like if you fell into a well, you probably hold a grudge because you were pushed over by someone, right? Which kind of makes me think doesn't hold a grudge would just be like the mausoleum, right? What? I don't get it. Eaten by a hungry dog, does not hold a grudge. Oh, there's another one we have to find then. Don't look upon me, do not look, snarl or sniff. Why would I sniff you? Oh, something's wrong. It's your deck, or rather your lack of a valid one. You've got 20 cards in it, right? We have 5. Okay. Yeah, okay. I could have hit autocomplete. Interesting. Where were we? Now we duel. Is this the same dueling mechanics? It looks like... Okay. Marvelous, your first battle. Are you surprised to see me here? But you did select my starter deck. I did. I didn't think it was going to completely change everything. I thought it'd be very similar to like that Slay the Spire style of Lashai's Trial. In order to play my cards, you will need to collect bones. You gain a bone win. Why do your eyes all glaze over? Marvelous, you already understand. My time as an insect was not a total... You were an insect? What's this? What? Okay, so we have this. A zombie is 1/1. Are we limited by what we can play? We don't have enough bones. Oh, okay, so it's bone cost for this. That makes sense. She is the, like, Book of the Dead. What just happened? That give me enough bones to attack. Okay, so bell for the turn. That skeleton collapses. I wonder if we only get bones from... I have to wonder if we only get bones from, uh-oh. Oh, that only released a skeleton. We might lose this. Because we only have 2 bones. So the hammer, I'm assuming, just lets you beat up one of your own creatures to kind of take advantage of that, but you get the bones when they die anyway? Just why I'm a little bit confused. Like here, if we were in a position where... Oops. Where like we needed 1 more bone to get a powerful creature, yeah, I could see why you just nuke the skeleton immediately, but that's not the case right now. At the end of the turn, the Gravedigger will generate 1 bone. Wait, I don't have enough bones still? Gravedigger will at least survive the, this here. Oh, we died. Oh dear, does this mean you will try again? That feels like it was a little bit RNG heavy. I can't go into the stairs, I think, until then. Hark, a living slice of lemon approaches. Bright and trig as a lime. You think you will squeeze a defeat out of me? So we do have to fight all 3 of these guys. This kind of went from like a... Again, like a roguelike, like choose your own deck builder to like an almost like RPG style adventure, especially if we don't get into trouble for losing. I'm gonna break this first skeleton to get the Gravedigger out. I wonder, do we hold on to this skeleton though? I'm gonna hold on to this skeleton. We won't do damage, but that way we can get rid of whatever this is, unless this has that effect. This might be the submerge. Oh. In that case, it probably wasn't as worth it to skip that attack. The problem is with the deck we have currently, it feels like the only way we can reliably get that damage out is with our zombies that we need like 5 bones for. Some more Gravediggers, but it doesn't appear as though that's going to do a whole lot. Maybe I shouldn't have summoned that there. Oh, this thing doesn't have any attack. I'm very lost. This is just very different. Ghost ship moves to a shop and skeleton jumps ship. You do not have enough bones to play that. I mean, we'll have enough bones next turn. I could shatter... If I shatter this... Yeah, we could just get the new creature and get a bone. Okay. Learning the strategy behind the powers of the dead. I was kind of just going to do 1 run of each of the 3 we hadn't tried, and then maybe at the end see if Lashai's was just the same game. But, I don't know. This starting deck feels just very generic, which makes sense for a lot of games. Not even just roguelikes. When you start, it's a very generic start usually, but it doesn't feel very powerful. We still managed to pull away, but like I was saying, it feels like it's going to be very RNG dependent at the start. Aye, you beat the pulp out of me. Did you have any pulp left? Firstly, take ye this. You received a deathly card back. Okay. This is how we get more. Okay. And because you bested me with ye, I'll share me secret. Me name's Royal. It's the far right tomb. Here's the headpiece. So Royal is the far right headpiece. So this is Royal. I still don't get it. Eaten by a hungry dog. Does not hold a grudge. Oh, okay. So we're trying to collect the stories of these people. So we don't know about these, I think, right now, but we know that... So we're trying to, like, find out their stories is what I'm getting from this. Oh, there's a free card back here. That would have made our lives easier, too. I'll look through those in a second when we change our deck. Hold on. Okay. So let's, is there a way to do this? Autocomplete. Just see what it gives us. Because you would assume it would use, like, yeah, a generally decent style. Let's see how that built. Actually, I want to see, can we get past Royal right now? Because that might be how we get more of his stories go behind him. Hit by a piece of falling ice. Another card pack, okay. That's my bad for not exploring as much, because I probably could have made a pretty powerful deck to start out with. But we know we need to fight these two. These, I would assume, give me the tomb headpieces, and then we find their stories. There was no cure. The problem is, oh, what? What just happened? Alright, I think we're gonna need to go for the fights. Oh, no, no, do not. Okay, this is just the same thing. I guess we didn't use that last card pack, but all of a sudden... Bone Heap. Activate. Pay 2 bones to increase the power and health of a Bone Heap by 1. Okay, so that's... So the current issue is we didn't start out with anything we can play. So we might just lose. Alright, so I'm gonna do... We die in 3 damage. Then we just lose? This is gonna say, so I can break this, summon the Bone Keeper, but the problem is if I block this with the Bone Keeper, then I have nothing on the field. But we lose either way because we take 3 damage, right? Yes. I don't know if maybe the autocomplete didn't balance things correctly. I'm still just gonna try it. Just knock her head into the wall a few more times. Because this mode just feels to me like it's very RNG reliant, which is... in my opinion, not great feeling. But it might be because, again, we don't start with the most options available to us. I really hope you can use those skeletons for blood, because if you can't, it's the most pointless thing. I'm actually gonna do this. That way the Gravedigger can take an attack from that. When Dead Hand is played, discard your hand, then draw a new hand of 4 cards. Yeah. Admittedly, this feels really bad. Banshee basically has piercing. Or flight, I suppose. My problem right now is I don't want to play something else. Specifically because then the Hound will move. And then I'm going to get attacked by this as well. And the Revenant is going to be a problem. So what we probably do is, like, play this. I mean, you just played a card with an activated ability. Yeah, I understand how it works. The idea being, though, now I can do like this, get some bone generation going, and now I can pull the Hound back in front of the Reaper. And that'll allow us to get some setup before we just die. Again, in theory. Pop the Gravedigger here. I think we need... Oh, it is 2. Okay, I was a little confused. Now this Gravedigger here will die in a second. Completely fine. Right now I think our win con is just buff the pile of bones, especially if this enemy isn't going to summon more. Let that Gravedigger die, we'll just summon another one next turn. I know we had an energy card in here. But yeah, there's no reason to move away from our current situation. I don't want to reveal that Reaper, that's how we put ourselves into danger. Can I do this more than once a turn? I can, okay. Oh, okay, and that's the excess damage in this mode. Interesting. Foils. This really makes me excited to see what the other game modes are like, though. It is over, you chewed me out, now please look away. Turn your eyes to this card pack instead. Okay. Called Sawyer, the middle stone makes my grave, okay. So the middle one is Sawyer. Let's go defeat the last skeleton. I'm just gonna keep... I know it does not seem like the autocomplete really made a super balanced deck, but I'm willing to keep giving it the benefit of the doubt because I really don't feel like sitting down and trying to make an optimized deck. I still don't know what the whole changing, like, person thing did. Someone leave the AC on. Jeez. Alright, so it's got a flight card and a Draugr. I mean, we know we can't block the flight with this Gravedigger, so... I mean, at this point, I think, as long as we don't take too much excess damage, we can just afford to build up some economy with the bones. Like here, get rid of that. That's a safe spot for a Gravedigger, because this thing won't attack until we break it. That's a Reaper. I'm not exactly excited about that. Sacrifice that, sure. That's only a temporary measure, but I really don't feel like dealing with that. Summoned another Reaper. Oh my gosh. Oh, this one does die after an attack. Well, I hate to do... Can I survive 3 damage? I can't. I really didn't want to do this, but we'll die. Oh, well now I can do this. Honestly, a Gravekeeper stall or Bone Generation stall into the Bone Heap seems pretty funny. Instantly just a free 5/6 card. Well, free, but we had to spend 10 bones. Take a pack. Okay. Wonder what these triangles are. We know this is obviously energy. Pay 1 bone to create a skeleton. That's actually really nice. If you can put it in a name's Casey Hobbs. I'm from the tombstone on the left. Winter 1992. I don't know if we have all of the other pieces, but we know this is here. So we're missing 2 pieces, and I'm really not sure how to go about figuring out what killed them. Okay, well Casey obviously died from cold. Never mind. Eaten by a dog, hit by... Okay. That's gotta be it. I don't think either of those 2 descriptions would make sense. I mean, you wouldn't hold a grudge against the ice, I suppose. The defibrillator failed. Did we go down the stairs here? We're missing, I think, 1 more card. There it is. Brought down by scurvy. What? Oh no. You have no offering? Are you just gonna kill me? Okay. Still curious. That I think was our last card, though. Hit by a falling piece of ice, you would assume the defibrillator failed. That would make sense to me. Sawyer... Who's it again? This was Sawyer, I think. Do not sniff or snarl. So this one was obviously hit by an animal. Eaten by a hungry dog. Probably doesn't hold a cure because there was one with like rodents, right? Has to be brought down by scurvy. There was no cure. That has to be it, right? Wonderful. Marvelous. I believe you have proven your wits adequately. That only took a short eternity. Are you prepared? You will not defeat me. Hold on. I wonder what that sacrifice thing was. I actually have a very strong feeling that I wouldn't beat her if I ran into her right now. Alright, what have we got? Bone heap skeleton. I can't afford one of these. I would have bought just a full-on pack if I could afford it. Let's just see. I mean, a few of these cards seem pretty good. Like the, where'd it go? Did I put it in the deck? Revenant. Steel Mice. Pay one. Yeah, that's what it was. The Tomb Robber. I think this could go pretty well. Of course, I think it could also go terribly. Marvelous. Just marvelous. As beginning of the worry, I would be sealed away behind those tombstones forever. Locked down at the mercy of a challenger's wits until one day discovered. I see that your ambition is to become the scribe of the dead. Not really. I think you're aware that I currently hold that title, but it matters not because you should not win. On guard. Could have put more emotion in that, but I'm kind of tired. My minions never truly die, you know. Let's see how you fare. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the theme of this, isn't it? Alright, let's do this. Break it. The question is, do we start with bone generation or do we start with this? I'm going to start with bone generation knowing that that hound won't die and we can move it afterwards. Because of this effect. What's this? Banshee, just piercing damage. Sarcophagus will grow into a... Okay. So obviously we don't want that to happen. The issue is I'm not sure that we can stop it. Our current strategy I think is a bit of a slow moving one for sure. My next question though would be, can I do like this and then can I summon the grizzly? Oh, perfect. Do I have enough health? I have 4 health. I will survive if I use the grizzly to kill this. That's very important. In fact, I can just block that as well. Opportunity to use my quill. Rip sarcophagus, turn 2 to turn 3, death by grizzly. This one will be back. I'm sure it will. Alright. When steel mice is played, a copy of it is created in your hand. We don't have enough energy, do we? Never mind. Okay, that's what I thought. I wonder if that refills, like, okay, every turn that goes by we get 1 more battery and then it refills per turn, because like we wouldn't be able to play this now. Yes, max energy increases energy restored. That's really important to know. No matter, death is never final. Rip Banshee, turn 2 to turn 4, death. But that's actually a really fun thing to do. Gravedigger's down, that's fine. We don't get an epitaph for ours, or like a memorial for ours? Really? You would assume there's multiple phases. I'm assuming that's what it is. You're halfway there, though you may not like what's coming. Please don't get rid of my...
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. Rip all your cards. Death by Grimora. As corpses. Oh, thank you. I mean, I can... My concern here is that we may not have a method to get rid of this sarcophagus in time. But I think that's just kind of the reality of things. Let's do like this. Actually, that's perfect. If we can keep this dog over here, we don't even have to worry about the sarcophagus. Of course, it does rely on us having enough economy in our hand to keep playing for that. I'm gonna do this. Oh, it continues to reproduce. That's kind of broken. Well, in that case, I'm really glad you gave us the steel mouse, yeah. The goal here is just to dig up enough that we can just one-shot with the pile of bones. We obviously have enough time that it's not a huge concern. We could use the the Revenant, sorry, to get rid of the Bonehound, but I'm fine with keeping things as they are. Rip Banshee, yeah. That's actually such a funny little thing to do. Rip Zombie. Alright, I think we're honestly fine. I mean, this should literally end the fight. Well, maybe not end the fight, but it'll kill both these, right? Rip Bonehard. Yeah, dealt overkill. It didn't quite end the fight. That's fine, we're still really strong. In fact, if we want the most extra overkill, wouldn't this be the play? Oh, and then I could have upgraded it. But yeah, if we want the most excess damage, that's probably the way. We could have gotten one more had I been paying attention. Oh dear. Is that really all there was to this? Really? That was fast. I wonder what happens if you can't even go into another person's, like, thing once you got it then. You really defeated me. I was not expecting that. You won't replace me, will you? Your ambition is to take my title, but there's something you may not know. There will come an opportunity to change your mind, and I beg that you spare me. Take these, then go. You received a deathly card back. What's this? Ruby Mox. Can't be sacrificed. While Ruby Mox is on the board, it provides an orange gem. So that's probably what the gems are from. Yeah. Oh, did she give us multiple packs? It's kind of interesting that they keep going, need to collect my thoughts, battery low. It is kind of interesting that they keep, like, the similar cards from that initial game. So am I able to go into here? I wanted to see if I could challenge them with, like, this, or if we had to go back and change. Stop shaking. The only thing you have to fear is your own inadequacy. Behold me, I am Lashai, the scribe of beasts. We share a desire for you to challenge me, but first... What's that? I know what you're thinking. No, this is not my legendary camera, not the one I used to create beast cards. This one is a mere replica. You may use it to create photos of the beasts in these woods. My subordinates, the prospector, the angler, and the trapper. Okay. Each require a photo before they would consider battling you. Return to me when they're all defeated. So we need a photo before they'll fight us? What's this? Okay, now it's pelts. Ouroboros. It kept the strength from when we were in the cabin? That's nuts. It of course also costs a lot now. The thing is though, now that I'm looking at that, like, maybe we should have, if we'd known, like, if I was starting fresh file, I would honestly consider just doing a bunch of throwaway runs, just to see how long I can, just to see how long I'd be able to really bleed out and make a really strong Ouroboros. We still kept his outfit on too. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Where's the exit to this? Oh. So there's the angler, 2 minus 3. Hello, angler. No, no fish, no pass. You pried the chest open and found a card pack? Okay. Will you talk to me? Dag nabbit, that dang hound got herself lost again. You think you're getting past? Think again. Not till I get some of my girls alright. Some proof that my girl's alright. So... how do we use the camera? Admittedly, I'm a little bit confused here. You may wish to start with the prospector. Well, where's the dog? Is it the... wasn't it like 273 I think we had? I wonder if it stays the same though. It was. Go figure. Stinking pile of meat. I would assume I take that pile of meat and I put it in the dog bowl. I'm actually going to restructure my deck again. I mean, I'm more than content. I think part of it, like, part of the fun of deck builders is building your own deck and using it. I actually really like the autocomplete systems and trying to make that work. Partially because I'm lazy. So we got the photo of the dog. You would assume the other two things in the cabin then are references to what we need to get them to believe us. We do have to fight. I mean, the fact that you don't get a game over and just can keep trying over and over again makes things pretty easy. Despite getting... oh, I was about to say, I don't mind sacrificing the skeleton and immediately getting some free economy with the, Gravedigger. But the Bone Heap really does feel like for a bone deck is like a full-on win condition. Oh, okay. I'm going to do... oh, the dog will move to face it anyways. These two Gravediggers will survive. Get us enough bones, I think, to play the Reaper, right? Never mind. I hate to get rid of my... I'm an idiot. I didn't mean to hit that. Oops. We might lose because of that. This wolf cub won't kill me. I'm gonna save this bone to use that, I think. Maybe just play that. I'm an idiot. I was going to use the Reaper to kill the Bloodhound, and now that won't happen. Well, that's awkward. Guess we could do this, and this. There we go. Full on, like, I mean, once you have 4 energy, you can just continually use the Steel Mice. It's not a bad thing, I think. Not insanely powerful, but, you know. I wonder if you can ever get more than 6 max energy, though, because I get that that would make this Steel Mice incredibly spammable, but finding out little strategies like that, I think, is also very fun. The Tomb Robber, huh? I'm actually really tempted to put the Tomb Robber in a safe space, because that just gives me infinite skeletons to deal with things in front of me. I do feel like, generally speaking, though, the strategy in these, you know, like, these battles is either blitz or do a slow roll for something like Bone Heap and getting all this economy up. I don't feel like there's really an in-between from what I've seen so far. We do only have 6 cards in our hand, but I suppose we could just finish the fight now, most likely. That'll work. As always, I feel like I could have optimized excess damage by hanging out for a few more turns, but I don't think it's necessary. Interesting. So you actually get like the packs of, hey, we got the Mantis God. I don't know if we'll have the opportunity to like paste effects onto other cards though, which is what I think made Mantis God so powerful. Okay, well. Oh, okay. So now we can probably go fight the Angler. I mean, we haven't just murdered them, that's something. It's interesting to see, though, that these are actual, like, people in this world base and not just the masks that that Lashai had. Yeah, and I know we're giving up on free damage to get that started, but can't say I'm super worried about it. I'll move to a new space, that's fine. Squirrel Ball will move and drop a squirrel. That is interesting. I want to put some damage back. I know the squirrel dies, but I mean the skeleton dies. There's Bone Heap. Revenant also dies. I wonder if there's any way to get an effect that stops that from just immediately collapsing. Because you gotta consider it. You're basically trading 3 bones with the Revenant in exchange for getting, you know, just that one back. I don't think our bone pile is at a point where we can comfortably play it, but I just don't want to play it, start investing into it, and have it die. But if we don't start putting damage on the board, now that he has 2 of these, we're going to lose. Am I able to sacrifice that? I am. Why did I do that? I was supposed to just click on that, yeah. Do that. That. I think I may have just misplayed badly enough that I might have killed myself. Yeah, I did. That's really awkward. I meant to see if I could play the Grizzly. But unfortunately, I just misclicked and I hit the hammer, thinking that was what I was supposed to do. Well, do the same opening here. We have 2 Grave Diggers, so we'll have the ability to generate bones. We're just going to need the ability to actually play stuff afterwards. That'll work. It's kind of weird though right now because we're almost doing like a pseudo half, like, Lashai deck, half whatever her name was deck. which I don't actually think is probably the play. But we'll see. Bloodhound. I hate to get rid of the squirrel immediately because the squirrel's actually... I mean, I hate to get rid of my bone generation, but knowing how this is going to play out, I'm going to do this. Because I hate to get rid of the squirrels when the squirrel ball is going to continually generate us more units to play. Unless it dies like that. Do this. Do this. This should end the fight, right? Yes, perfect. You have to wonder if different, like, now that we know there's going to be kind of, you know, a deck specific for each one, which one's going to end up being, like, the most powerful. What do we got? Brighting energy cell is actually interesting, too. Next we probably have to figure that out. What is this? I mean, next is the hunter. So I would assume here the goal is to chase the rabbit into... We'll either catch this rabbit or chase it into the trap. I don't know how to do that, but... What's in this box? Oh, it's just 2 packs. Not Uriuli. I remember thinking this card was going to be super cool, and then it really wasn't. And to consider 4 blood sacrifices a little bit rough. So I'm a little bit confused as to, like... I have to wonder if, like, me standing in the way or in a specific spot, like, prevents it from going a specific way. Because... I'm not really forcing it to do anything here. That's a new path that hasn't gone this way before. Like, if there was a way to, I don't know, maybe I need to read the pattern, and you'd assume it doesn't hop out of, like, a hole that you're standing next to. So... Like, if I just stay here, will it just continue to bounce back and forth? Can I stand here, maybe? That wasn't it. This is another one of those puzzles that I am probably just going to figure out by trial and error, admittedly. Because we've tried standing at this hole on basically every path. Like, if I'm understanding correctly, from here and here, it's just going to keep jumping up and down. If I stand here, will it continue to? Okay, so maybe you do have to stand at one of the, What? But I'm confused as how you get it to jump into that one. I'm assuming it's kind of follow its pathing and then have it not have another option, but there's only one of me, you know? It's another one of those I don't want to look it up, but I also don't want to stand here for like a year and a half. Was I supposed to just... Oh. Oh. That's really awkward. See, that's me in a nutshell, though. I did really well in school and stuff, but I miss like super obvious details that are just the dumbest thing. There we go, though. Picture of the rabbit pelt. Do we not actually take the pelt with us? We're just gonna snap a picture and move on. Where is the last guy? Okay. Oh, you know what? So I was looking at this and I was trying to figure out how it worked last time. So I'm pretty sure it's meant to mirror the original card game in Lashai's Cabin. And we're trying to just deal a certain amount of damage. So like here... It's like here we have 5 damage, assuming this ghost doesn't move. That only did 2 damage, because this blocks this. Oh, I can just move these back, and then... So it does 4. Is there a way to get more damage out of this? Huh. Last time I was literally just clicking buttons, trial and error here, but... Oh, you know what? It has to be that then, right? No? I'm trying to figure out, because the ghost will block no matter what. Could it be just getting more flight out on the field? That's not it. So the problem is this ghost is going to move around and block, right? So if we do 3 damage here, this flight I think is always the option. From what I can tell, because this flight will always move over and do 2 damage. This flight makes up for 3, this makes up to 4, but then we have to find some way to bypass this. What I could maybe do is do this, so we do 3 damage, this insta-kills the ghost, and then that does another one. Yeah, that was it. Oh, it's just a pack. That is one game I did not understand at all when we were in Lashai's cabin, though. I feel like that was probably arguably pretty obvious, but I was trying to figure it out, and I didn't. And that's actually kind of thinking about that at work yesterday was how I kind of, and today, was kind of trying to figure out, like, how that worked, and that's how I came to the conclusion that's maybe how the photo worked, and then it didn't happen, but... Smell the hare's blood on you. Okay, that's how we do it. What do you mean you smell? You knew we had the hare's blood on us, you just asked us to. So it doesn't have multiple faces on the trap right now, it doesn't appear. But the trap does move. Interesting, so it does still act as a trap though, and it does move to stop you. The problem now is I don't have anything I can play unless I play the bone pile. And I really hate to get rid of the bone pile. Do this maybe. Yeah, it moves and traps. There's another bone pile. The problem is if we... I guess we're just not going for the bone heap win con because the cards we drew here. That's okay, but... Don't want to put that there because I don't want to have that get insta-killed by that. Oh, that's Tomb Robber, not a bone pile. I was like, we had another one? Go ahead and do this, and force the death on... Oh, wait a second. I'm an idiot. This isn't a bone pile. I was like, oh, I can just force the death on that. So it converts the bones into... Oh, okay, I get it. So the Tomb Robber allows you to convert your bones into an attack. With a skeleton that will then die and give you the bone back anyways. That's actually really cool. Because that could give us a method of getting rid of this trap safely. I don't mind this conversion strat. In all honesty, the problem is right now I think it's going to kill the Bloodhound first, and the Bloodhound is kind of the thing we wanted to keep alive. Admittedly. It's fine. Yeah, that's not the creature we wanted, but I think with our positioning, there probably wasn't a way to get around that. Now our board's been wiped, but we have enough skeletons to get rid of that. Or alternatively, we have enough skeletons to summon this and just hammer out more damage. This, right now the Grizzly does the same damage as all of these combined. I could have blocked the Coyote, but I want to actually just go net positive. Because in theory, this allows me to go net positive for 3 turns, whereas this would have immediately died after 2. And now we can get rid of that Coyote. The bird could be concerning. I think we're okay though. Perfect. Do that. Might as well get rid of the Grave Robber because it dies now. Summon that for block. The problem is having so many bones I feel like doesn't benefit as much because we got rid of our bone heap, you know? We should still win this fight though, thankfully. And with 3 overkill with the Grizzly. Oh, 4. Alright, because of, yeah. Wasn't even thinking about that, I was just thinking about that first attack. Very nice. Lashai awaits. At this point, I want to save enough for like one pack out of the next shop. But we'll see. I'm gonna just remake my deck one more time. Like seriously, I'm just gonna keep doing auto. Unless we hit a point where we really feel like we can't do anything. I like making that and just making it work rather than building my own deck and then being frustrated when it doesn't work because I'm dumb. You have bested the unhinged prospect, the gormless angler, the enigmatic trapper. You found yourself standing before your ultimate match, the shy scribe of beats. Really hyping yourself up, huh? Oh, I thought he just cheated and immediately took a picture of us. My beasts are famished. Alright, what do we got? Bone Heap, Recall, Mantis God. I'm really tempted to just do this. Get rid of this immediately. Call that good. And there goes the Mantis God though. Unless I just do that. And then I could actually... What I'm thinking is we actually play the Bone Heap next round in front of this. Because if I play it now, right, they trade damage and then I die because I only have 2 bones. Well, this dies. Whereas at the end of the turn, 49 remove in the direction. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Whereas if I do this now, they'll trade 1 for 2 and the Bone Heap will win. It'll be a little worse for wear. But that way we keep the Bone Heap alive. Might as well get some... Actually, do this. Provide some energy cell. That's fine. That takes us to second phase. I really hope he doesn't just like turn all of these into gold or something. We never did finish your death card. There wasn't enough death. Thanks. Just gave me a bunch of these amalgams. Okay. Summoned a mole man and has a grizzly. The grizzly is a problem, but we can probably just infinitely stall. I'm actually willing to do this. This, and we'll get some. And in doing that, we get a little bit more power for that. As long as we can just stall out the grizzly, which we should be able to in theory, we'll be able to win. The grizzly's the only big threat on the board right now. I hate to get rid of the Mantis God, but... because we can continually just cycle through these cards, get the Bone Heap stronger, and then just not even deal with the grizzly. Kind of like that. That'll work. The Great Scribe was incredibly bested. That's 2 lights. I mean, we beat both of these. We've lost to their underlings, but beat the actual, like, scribes. Not really that dangerously. So I wonder now, with the way this is going... I probably should have read this. I just hate Lashai. Given our shared history. But I wonder if, it really does change things. But stop. What is that? What is what? Oh, is that the robot? Hello, robot. I had to see your face after you lost. You're just so bad. It's no wonder we're back here again. This is like a teammate and online multiplayer game. It would have been even sooner if the disc wasn't lost. Take a good look at this face because you'll never see it again. I'm done being your pet, you stinking beast. Oh, jeez. I wonder what would have happened if we beat the robot first then. I pushed it too far that last time. Why don't they see to live as a beast would be the noblest thing, really? Even so lowly a creature as a stoat. I mean, we know Lashai eventually converted them into, like, beasts. Which makes me wonder if that meant that canonically Lashai was, like, the strongest of the scribes. Let's go to PO3 first, actually. After that, I feel like we owe it to him. What do we got, PO3? Challenge me, let's see your deck. Weak card, so lack of synergy, this pile doesn't stand a chance against me. Look, I'm trying to finish up my conduit control list here, but the bots they're sending down the line are trash. Get those workers to send me something good, tell them to throw themselves on the line if necessary. And please have a decent deck by the time you're done. Interesting. It's another one of these. I have no idea what this does. I feel like this one's gonna even out no matter what. This one does no damage. I'm genuinely not sure how you get 5 damage out of this. That isn't it. I might go back to my old ways of trial and error. Because the issue is with the way they have this set up, like these are all zeros, these are all zeros. I would assume it has something to do with the battery here. Oh. Okay. Techno card packs. So these are probably, yeah, going to have to do with the energy. Which makes sense because we've seen a few, but it's been few and far between prior to getting to this point. Right here. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it can just move any direction, maybe? No. So this is set in stone, so I can't imagine the solution is to not have that there. That's a free attack. Maybe that. Actually, I feel like maybe... Try that. That wasn't it. So I'm confused as to how this death card works. Oh, am I not even supposed to be... Okay. These feel... I'm trying to genuinely remember what these do. Because if they attack the things next to them, that's kind of what I think that maybe suggests it's not exactly great. The problem is this means that... The problem is this stop sign I think means you just don't attack if that's in front of it. So I don't see how you really... Unless the solution is something like this, because this already attacks. That was not it. That does, yeah, that really makes me think that this just kills your other units. I can't imagine that this square solution is any different. Having that not attack you doing 2 damage there. The problem is ultimately, like again, what do I do with this? Because this only gives me so much. It has to be, I think, something to do with getting rid of this stop, but like that's not it. Doing that, that's not it. Oh, it's probably like that, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't even think about it attacking its side. That actually does make a lot of sense, though. Meatbots. I'm still just gonna let it autocomplete. Let's see what else we have here. So you would assume there's underlings we need to go find. Lots of card packs. They really do give you plenty of opportunity to make sure you can try all these cards in this phase. I would assume, though, with how this game's been going, once we do this phase and we maybe replace like a scribe, because it said our ambition was theoretically to become the scribe of the dead. I would still assume that we could maybe do this all over again with a different one or something like that. But if it only affects your starting hand, I can't imagine that makes a huge difference. Either way, let's head down here. Where can I cruise in through this though? I've been surprised. Huh? Do we need another battery card for the... Never mind. Okay. So I'd assume the goal here is to link all of these and maybe fight that robot. It's 2 out of 6, so we need 4 energy. I'd assume it's just that. Yeah, okay. Nothing too complicated so far. Free Techno card pack. I would wonder too as well as like, you would consider, because you could probably have fought these in any order. Are the cards for each section like meant to be good against, for example, if we do like an altar deck, and it seems like it's actually pretty good at just making a generally decent deck. Does it base it off of what area you're in? You know, would these energy cards be good for this particular boss? Yeah, is it just saying that they're fighting? Yeah, okay. So they're saying PO3 would only entrust someone with orders if that person was good. So naturally it's gonna, you know, do this. This is a weird starting hand. You need the green gems. Green just by playing Mox card. Emerald Mox can't be sacrificed. It provides a green gem. Oh, okay. Pay 2 bones to increase the power and health. So ultimately, this is still going to come down to us needing skeleton generation. This won't do any damage, so... Oh, that's actually kind of crazy. In that case... Do this. This. Again, I know you don't want to put that there, but I would preferably have put the Mantis God here. But I don't want to get rid of the Gramage because of how, like our current setup is. That's really cool that it completes a conduit and increases damage of everything there. What's this? Pan energy to damage a creature. Oh, okay. Across some Plasma Jimmy. What a name. Oh, I could have done that. I thought I had one less energy than I did. Well, Mox module on the score deprives a green. Okay. This is an interesting setup for sure. Can I use it to shoot the, no, you can't. Okay. The problem right now is I don't have any bones. Might do is like do that. Oh, I don't have enough energy. I was going to actually sacrifice that and get more bones. This is a weird setup. And right after I just kind of talked about how I felt like this kind of did a good job of making decently well-rounded decks, I feel like this isn't actually working in our favor. The moment. I mean, I don't think the moment really benefits us at the moment. We can't play anything else. It didn't matter. We still ended the fight. This current autocomplete deck, I think, seems a bit strange. The Mirror Inspector, not even an engineer, not a designer. Cannot design new bots, but I can send myself. Oh. Oh. Not sure I like BO3. I like that they kind of rubbed it in the in Lashai's face because I don't like Lashai, but jeez. Like you would assume here you don't. Yeah. Oh, you have to play this card though. It still worked. I literally just put them in random positions. That's fine. I'll take it. What's this? So I'd assume you have to play every card, right? Huh. So this is a conduit that like just does nothing. What does this do? Oh, it just completely cuts the signal. In that case, I feel like this has to be on an end. I doubt it matters which end. Maybe put this here. It's not it. Interesting. I mean, the dead conduit has to be on one of these, I think. Does this go up to... No, it doesn't work that way, okay. Am I not capable of just like... No, okay. I'm genuinely confused on this one. Because I'm pretty sure you have to play every card is the thing. I can't just be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to play these. But the dead one, the dead one legitimately I think has to be on the end. Do like this and this. It's not it. Or maybe it doesn't have to be. Well, at least not on that end. We do like this. This, no. I'm genuinely at a bit of a loss. Unless you have to block off the dead conduit and do something like that. Oh. So after I was saying that entire time, I think the dead one has to be on the end. It didn't have to be on the end. It had to neutralize this. That does make sense. Is this like the engineer or the, Oh, this thing's going insane. The melter. Send me materials and you can see how it works. Must have a card battle. Admittedly, I think part of the reason to play games like this is for the story, but I'm not really invested in the story here. Empty spaces within a circuit completed. Spawn LP bots. Okay, we don't want that to happen. So this buffs, this spawns extra units. Such a weird one. Might as well get 3 free damage out with our current hand. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, thank goodness it didn't actually attack first. The problem is... Still not gonna kill it. Yeah, this is a problem. think we want to break the conduit actually. And then we could maybe like hammer this out, right? Get the bones. Summon this one. Which allows me to summon this, which isn't actually that helpful, but you know. Okay, okay. Oh. I keep forgetting that this is the tomb robber and not the dead heap pile. Mole Man. I mean, I don't think Mole Man's incredibly necessary, but Mole Man will stall this space for a little while longer. Yeah, we did it. Some of these just play so weird. Help me, excellent battle. Now with that aside, what did you come to tell me? PO3 wishes for better bots for his scanner. That is difficult. ECA melt the metal, but I cannot reprogram the stamping machine, so there's one more person. That red text I actually think just insta-skips. There's a way to send at least one new bot down the line. No, haha. Yes for PO3. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure I like PO3 a whole lot. -5, so you'd assume... Just gonna go by trial and error here, yeah. Okay, well that wasn't much trial and error, but... I'm gonna say the dead ones, it's creative, the way they've made these puzzles. Even though they're not like... For me it's difficult because I have a hard time, again, thinking outside the box, but... Like here you would assume we use this to block off both of those. Yeah. Because anytime you have a negative battery here, it feels like that's where they give you the dead space. Oh, wow, it's already 4:30. Huh, alright. So, do we have to open these? Oh, just free packs. Maybe this is the one we should have started with. I feel like we got a lot of free stuff here. You would assume though overall whatever, like at the same time though the starter deck I would think is like built for whatever one you chose to start on. I know what you Game Veer, you're asking me to take a die, but I can't accommodate you. Yeah, fair enough. We're going to dredge something special, we can duel. It's kind of sad that PO3 like wants better pieces, but they don't have any other better pieces except to throw themselves on the line, but... Sounds exactly like PO3. I'd like to just get... I feel like I'm underutilizing some of these cards, but instantly getting damage out with Mantis Cause is nice. Can't take your eyes off me work here, I'll give you this one. Oh, they just surrendered? Take your pack, okay. That's not what I was expecting, I thought that was going to be the hardest of the three. Is that PO3 is going to worm me big for this one, huh? What is that? Okay, so maybe that one didn't actually sacrifice itself. Would still assume we go fight PO3 now. I'm going to restructure my deck. Like, I don't want to sit here. With how often we get cards and stuff, I don't want to sit here and just be on stream every single time we get new packs trying to restructure everything. The auto build is maybe not the most optimal thing, but it works. Is the way I see this. And you actually won, yeah? Huh. You actually beat them with that? What is this? Oh no, this is gonna be obnoxious. I can feel it. This is the mechanic that I always avoided messing with. Alright. As always with the second phase, I worried that it's just gonna wipe my board, but... Oh boy, okay. Why did I do that? I was going to... Oops. I'm a moron. Maybe here. So I was going to summon Mole Man just to start out, and then I just didn't. Yeah, okay. It's not terribly complicated. Although... No, we won't survive because of the conduit. Man, I really misplayed. I really did want to put Mole Man down. Oh, do we get this card now? Is this mine? That changes things too. Oh. So when it dies, all adjacent creatures die. It does appear as though, yeah, they come to my side, which means we have to be careful with how far down we play things. Oh, I need the green. Okay. This is very confusing. Did this autocomplete deck not give me any method of generating these gems? Ow. So we do this. The problem is I feel like I'm gonna die here if I don't do a little bit more, but the thing is this Mantis God is gonna blast these all and then it's all gonna take a dive. Maybe try this. Yeah, so when it dies, it just kills. That explains so much, though, when we were confused on that last one. Does that kill me? No, but it was close. Just ultimately, I don't want to get rid of a Mantis God here. I feel like Mantis God is generally one of my better options, so we'll do like this. That buys us some time. The issue is, too, with our deck out thing, too, you can't take too long to deal with an enemy. Otherwise, you just lose. Now that's theirs, that's fine. I don't want it to take my Mantis God, but I don't think I can do a whole lot about it. Maybe I should have sacrificed it actually there. Scanners online. Which card to scan? Just getting the best. Oh no. I shouldn't have buffed that right then. Oh, unless it does that. Okay, that's not a huge issue. Fill all empty spaces. I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna do this and just gun that down. Maybe do like that. I feel like the strat in this fight maybe is to just get rid of the get rid of your powerful cards before they have a chance to betray you. As in just hammer them, probably. That fight really wasn't that bad. I keep expecting these multi-stage fights to be like insanely difficult. Nice luck you had, yeah. Playing a perfect game is no match for good RNG, I suppose. Not to be a sore loser about it, but yeah, that is somewhat of a recurring theme in some luck-based games. Accomplished automaton achievement. I guess you won. Your ambition to become the scribe of the dead. That knife spinster you ought to reconsider. See, this really does make me think though, like, do you do this with all three of the starters? Because then you have the quote-unquote ambition to become a different scribe. Battery low. Oh. We still have one more place to go. Oh, okay. That is really trippy looking. Oh, it's back to this screen. Recharge the battery. Do we get more, like, cutscenes here? Well, I guess we're gonna watch them.
I think I've just got to send it. To whom it may concern. It's a bit formal. Hello there! Exclamation point. My name is Luke Carter, and I'm a fan of your collectible card games. If you've ever taken a look at my YouTube videos, you will know how appreciative I am of the merch that you've sent me over the years. So it was a great surprise to learn that there is a digital version of Inscryption. I think maybe one of my fans printed me a buried copy in the woods near my house. Upon further research, however, I have not been able to find any record of this game. Is this some kind of elaborate hoax?
It'd be funny if they didn't get back to him.
Any trace of this game? Is this some kind of elaborate hoax? The game doesn't seem like the work of a prankster. puzzled and excited by this discovery. Any information you can provide would be much appreciated. Thank you, the Lucky Carter. Okay.
These are like fun backstory / like Easter eggs that they added.
Hey card gamers, I'm the Lucky Carter, and this, well, it's a bit of a strange video. It's actually more of a question to my audience. As I've learned over the years, nobody knows card games better than you guys do, so I'm hoping someone can help me out here. Did anyone ever play an Inscryption video game?
Well, we are now. They're really going with the meta option on this, huh?
I'm talking about that vintage one-set card game I opened packs for last week. I don't know what I'm allowed
I really
to say.
do wonder though, if this game was popular enough, you'd think they'd actually make like the physical card game like reverse of what they're doing here. Where this guy's backstory is he has the card game and then he found a digital version. We're playing the digital version that they could make a physical game. Because I know like Binding of Isaac has like the card game.
I don't want to get in any hot water by showing the footage, but can someone please prove me wrong? Please tell me someone has a copy of this game. I have been looking online for days and I cannot find a word about it. I reached out to the publishers hoping maybe they would get back to me, but as a fallback, I got you beautiful viewers. Hopefully dig up some. That's it. That's the video today.
Kind of
guys.
interesting too. It's one of those like if you had a literal one of a kind thing
And,
on like a physical card game, probably
what
worth
the
a
fuck
lot.
is the car-
Oh. Okay.
Mr. Carter, we have received your inquiry regarding a digital version of our intellectual property inscription. To assure you that no such software exists in any official form. However, if you have indeed come into possession of proprietary game form hardware, what the fuck?
Huh. What a place to stop. I'm just curious to see if anything actually like important happens here. That's nothing.
I think this woman's actually from Game Funa.
Yeah.
She came to my door yesterday, and I didn't answer. This time I'm gonna record it.
Okay. But you're actually answering the door this time?
Hi!
Hi there.
Hey.
I'm floppy disk for
Huh.
a game called Inscryption. I was told you can't buy a copy of it somehow.
You're just gonna lie?
No.
No?
Oh my gosh. You have it all over your YouTube channel.
Inscryption, you said?
Yes.
What you're going
No, I
with.
don't think so.
It's really cool to see how far like YouTube's
Really?
progressed, that people put so much of it in like these types of games.
You emailed us about it. You are Luke Carter, right?
Oh.
You know the luckycarter@gmail.com?
Yeah, you know what? That's, I am Luke Carter, but that's not my email address.
Really? Because I just noticed because I've seen your videos.
Oh.
Yeah. Not exactly the easiest thing to
Thanks
lie
for
about once you've
watching.
done all this stuff.
Listen, how'd you know where I live, exactly?
Yeah, that
My
too.
boss gave me your address.
And how did you get past the side gate? It's locked.
Okay, Luke. I'm going to give you my business card.
Okay.
And if you remember anything at all, feel free to give me a call. Okay?
Will do. Take care.
I think the one little continuity thing is they do it on such a, like an old school like camera style, but I don't think people really do that for YouTube videos.
The fuck?
Is another air one? Yeah. Is another air one? Yeah.
Hey there, card gamers! I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is another pack opening video.
He just went back to pack opening.
Today I'm opening Secrets of Legendaria. Hoping for that sweet, sweet foil Valmir.
I really do wonder how popular like card opening videos are. I know like some like really popular content creators have done them, but I think those did well because those content creators maybe were. I just wonder if like the actual subject itself, kind of similar to how like if a really popular like, you know, one of the most subscribed YouTubers were to do like content on a game, you would think that'd bring audience to that game or style of content, but it's just like that opposite kind of. And I genuinely wonder, because card opening's been a thing for a long, long time, and people liked like back in the day like Overwatch loot boxing videos and stuff like that. So you just wonder. Anyway, on to our last trial, you would assume. I wonder if that's always scripted to happen after the PO3 event, or if it happens after the, Greetings, if you are reading this, it must be because you want to challenge me. It's Magnificus. That's who the head in a jar was talking about, to a card battle. Defeat my 3 graduate students. It's free to discover. Thank you. I have no idea. Yeah, I would have no idea. What's this? Oh, that's like the glasses. This is skull of your dreams challenge. Skull flight skull? Yep, that did it. Ah! It's you! Pain is unbearable, my organs are melting. Turned you into goo for your final exam. You'd think if you were goo you wouldn't really feel it. Interesting. Well, based on what happened in Lashai's cabin, I feel like it didn't ever become a... I think that's a lot. I think they'll all become 1-2s if I'm understanding correctly. Bone heap. I'm just gonna do this and save myself some damage at the start. Maybe not the most useful play, but yeah, they all became 1-2s. Okay, this is not the space we wanted it then. Because if we destroy this, then it's gonna summon that. Unless we can just shoot multiple times. Feeling yeah, I'm not playing this correctly because now we're gonna eat a ton of damage. Mantis God. I need to get rid of these green gems ASAP. Now we could like plop this down, which allows us to play this. Wait, I'm an idiot. I meant to click that active. Oh, it doesn't look like it mattered. No reason not to just shoot whatever's across from that. Okay, this is somewhat working. I really don't think that a lot of these starting fights were meant to be terribly difficult, to be fair. Because again, it goes back to the, you could have potentially been doing any of these first. I'm sorry, Pile of Goo, though. You were a decent pal. You know, you helped us in Lashai's cabin, probably because at that point you were trapped and wanted to escape, but it's interesting seeing the actual backstory here. No, please. Please just tell me I passed. I feel like if it's the Scribe of Magic, they probably will know, but, you know, I will give it a try. I do you a solid. This probably goes to the second graduate. There was a chest there I just saw. I'm gonna go back for that. Wonder if it loops back or if this just goes to the trader for the magic shop. Looks like it's just the trader. I'm gonna buy one. Okay. I'm gonna do one more battle, then do another autocomplete, I think. Now that we have a bunch of new cards to kind of work with. Because our current deck, like, you can tell with certain starting hands and stuff with so many of these autocompletes, oops, there's like a little bit of a hole in what you can do. Not exactly the best. But I can kind of see, like, it feels a bit excessive to get this many cards now, but I think the idea was to ensure that you had enough. Oh. This can't be the student, I don't think. Oh, you can't sacrifice that, that's fine. It still attacks the other side, you would assume, yeah. It's fine. Oh, okay. If I said that I really understood what was going on here, I would be lying. But I think we're okay regardless, so I'm not gonna sweat the details too much. As long as we're winning, you know. I want to save the rest of my foils just in case there's another stage beyond it. Oh. I mean, it didn't seem like it had any ability to attack, so it's kind of like just a punching bag. Yeah, I don't really see how this thing's going to do anything. I wonder if you could just farm the foils from this. That'd be pretty stupid. It'd be hilarious, but like I'm getting more excess damage. So this training dummy, it feels like you could just farm foils on. Maybe that's like a help there to help you kind of keep from getting maybe soft locked. The issue now is I don't see any pattern for these. This should take me back down. I don't see a specific pattern for these notes unless it's the exact same thing or this changed. So we could try Skull Flight Skull real quick, but there wasn't another note. I really, really doubt it's Skull Flight Skull again, that would be a little bit weird. It's not. Was it hidden in like the dummy battle, I wonder? Because I mean there is nothing else in this room. That would be my only other guess, was that I missed something during this dummy battle. But I don't see anything here. Force Mage, maybe it has to do with finding a way to destroy the Force Mage, which I think we could do with like our blaster. Can't play this until the third turn. I'm gonna... I genuinely want to see if that's the solution. So I'm just gonna keep passing until we get our force... Yeah, there it is. Just Plasma Jimmy. That didn't do anything. Okay, well, that wasn't the strategy then. So there's flight. That's just, I think, the symbol on the card. Like, there has to be something in that fight. I 100% doubt it's just only flight, yeah. I could literally just go trial and error again, but I feel like that would be kind of foolish. Because there's a good number of combinations to try. But that really makes me think it's like you destroy this a certain number of times, right? And then it summons, like I don't think that this symbol is one. Huh. There it is. Alright, so flight. It's not summoning anything else. What happens if I deck out? That one it. I didn't know you could destroy Starvation like that. That's pretty funny. This is clearly not what I'm meant to be doing either. I'm just confused. I think that's the first time well, it's like the second time we ever reached Starvation. I just really hate to sit here and wander around for like a year and a half. I'm pretty sure the first one's probably flight though, so maybe if we just... Because there's only so many theoretical combinations. And it's not like we haven't done this with the first puzzle before I understood what the, like the mirroring, Lashai, like, table match went. It leaves you a hole back to the first floor, too, is the thing, so I wonder if it does go back to something on the first floor. There's no interactables. Okay, I cave. Give me a sec. It does take out some of the fun trying to figure some of this out, but I'm genuinely very confused. Assumes you've defeated PO3. Find the monocle. Ton of foil cards and power up the Ouroboros card. Interesting. Its cards does have painted sigils, skull, arm, wing. I'm really confused because we only ever saw the one sigil with skull. I want to actually go back into the fight and see how that works. I just hate to spend like a short eternity trying to actually figure that out. Because the only one that we saw a sigil on was that first one that summons it. I'm not gonna sit here and farm to like raise Ouroboros though. That's interesting. I'm just curious because I really did not find a way to. But it's saying it's different cards have different sigils on them. So there's the skull. Is it based off defeating these cards? So skull, arm. Oh, okay. I'm confused as to why we didn't. Oh, okay. That is quite a bit simpler than it probably should have been. I just made the mistake of not quite understanding it. Wait a second. Oops. That's pretty funny. But I would assume you could farm this infinitely though on... What they mean by that is like... You could just farm it infinitely by summoning the Ouroboros card and then having Starvation kill it. And it does appear as though that power does stay over time, which is really, really cool. But yeah, now we know it is Skull Arm Wing. So I did miss that, admittedly. There we go. What is that? It's like a night head. Imagine you're an ice cube because you're in the middle of lava. They're all very excited to be part of Magnificus's deck. Given that Magnificus seems to be a pretty terrible person to work for. Skull, huh? He's buying a Ruby Mox. It's kind of annoying that I didn't draw anything that I could play there, because, yeah, this one's dying here. And then I didn't draw anything I could play again. That's the issue with card games in general, though, I feel. Yeah, I can't play anything that I've drawn, so I might have to do this fight again. Really? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the fight again. That's a little bit irritating, but that's part of life. That's kind of unfortunate, though. It's like Magnificus was watching, wasn't he? Doesn't even care. Literally does not even care. I didn't think about that. I can't really place that anywhere and have it not die immediately. Do wish I could have powered some of this stuff up, but... If we lose this again, I'm probably going to just, Oh, you can't sacrifice that. If we lose this fight again, I'm probably going to remake my deck. Again with the auto thing, but still. Fill all empty spaces. That would be good for wiping out the board now, wouldn't it? Probably gonna do it after this dies. And then just use the Bone Heap maybe to get a big advantage afterwards. There we go. That was maybe not the ideal way to do that actually, because it destroyed more of my things than anything else, but it's fine. That's going to die immediately, but it's okay, because we have our win con on the field here with the Bone Heap. Why did I do that? Oh, I'm an idiot. We still might be okay, I just don't know why I did that. Because we hurt ourselves out of some overkill bonus doing that. Perhaps I would not be central to his strategy. I'm sorry. I've mastered disappointment. Same. Alright, then on to the third puzzle. Looks like, oh, oops. I always do that in games where you're holding one direction and it happens. See what's in the chest first. Has a rabbit in it, okay. Anything else? So there's a wing. Top sigil was found by the greedy, so top is wing. Middle sigil was found by the pale. I don't know what that means. Bottom sigil is found by the heart of healing, or those who hear too easily. So for the pale and those heart of healing are hearing too easily. I'd assume that's just a signal. So for the pale, I would assume pale is either magnifying glass or could be dead. I would assume it's magnifying glass, right? For the pale, hard to see. Hard of hearing or hear too easily. I would have to assume is bunny. Let's try all these now. We know the top one is, we know for a fact that the top one is flight. I'm not a bug trial and error. Wonder if it has to settle for a second. Oh, no. Once we knew one, it significantly lowers the number of possible combinations there are. Sensory deprivation. You look like you've been deprived of senses. Oh, I didn't change my deck. Well, figured that out. Controls no cards. Interesting. Mox card. So if we destroy this, that perishes immediately. At least we drew things that we can play here. Just gonna put out drops out there for now. Alright, I don't have enough energy for that. If I had the ability to play a bone, I could have gotten rid of that immediately and forced it to not be able to do anything. I'm just gonna use that and sacrifice it immediately. I mean, we still won. I don't think our current setup is terrible. I think it's just RNG reliant because we had like 4 turns that last on the second floor, I think it was, that we couldn't play anything. I'm sorry. Why do they follow Magnificus? Like, treats him like this? Oh yeah, no, I'll let you out on the way if I can. I don't know if that's an option. Why does this have like coloring on it? I'm not gonna worry about it for now. Let's go take out Magnificus. I wanted this stream. I'm gonna go at least until I can beat Magnificus and then see what happens after that, and then we'll probably stop there. So painting. Hold on, I want to see if there's any importance to stuff here. Dearest Grimoire, I believe PO3's plot may go far past the extent of a common power grab, and we know PO3 didn't go. Whatever plan they had didn't end up well, because apparently it ended up with just Lashai. The painting, oh, that's their paint. Was that the paint that was on my options? Far more concerning issues. Do you understand the canvas you have been woven into? Nay, you are the brush, and the artist moves you with the terrifying mastery. Okay. Oh. Future is very grim. First we must battle. Well, again, if that first part is actually what happened eventually, then we know it didn't go well. My pupils will die to be painted by it and live forever as a card. I mean, we know eventually some of them didn't appreciate that because that's how we got the talking cards later. This card is acceptable. What? So we need some bleach. What? Do we have to remember these symbols? Because I'm not going to. I'll try to remember. 00 with shapes, rabbit. What is that? Okay, that just ensures that he'll always have gems then. I guess I put my gems across from it to ensure that I don't ever lose it. Rabbit is created in your hand. I'm so confused. So we know we have this symbol, the rabbit, and the skull, at the very least. The problem right now is we have no attack. Well, now we attack, but that's gonna die immediately. But I put it here so it at least will survive. Okay. I wanted to put this in a spot where at least something with attack will survive a turn. If we don't have enough energy to do that, we'll just sacrifice that. I'm confused. Is it getting rid of its effect and giving it a different effect? That's what I would have to assume. Yeah, that's what it is. It's interesting. Yeah, I gave it spikes, gave that spikes. That's actually really an interesting concept. Except the gem generation, it's not... It apparently doesn't care about. The problem is, as a result, we're ending up with so many things that we can't do anything with. Yeah. Can't say I'm super happy about that one. You can't sacrifice that, that's awkward. Sacrifice that. I mean, this is weird. I mean, we're slowly making our way through this fight, but it is a slow process. Yeah, that's actually a really cool concept, though. It kind of shows that maybe this scribe was the one who had the ability to create those powers. Oh, and now it's putting its brush on his cards. Okay. We only have 5 turns to finish this fight is the problem now. We can't exactly... Oh. I really wish that it would stop doing that. It's nice because it gives effects to cards that maybe didn't, but it's also not as nice because it just destroys things like our Mantis God that we were kind of relying on. Thorns. I don't have a green gem. Crud. I mean, as long as we continue to stay neutral and do just one bit of damage here and there, we'll win eventually. I don't need the overkill bonus, I just want to win. Which, that should do it, right? That's a really strange fight. That was a really strange fight. That's how 4 tablets lit up, though. So I wonder, because we won, but we started with the Scribe of the Dead, do we become that? Very well, we have battled, and now I may speak. You see, my eye aches because it remembers it was excised. It's right there, what? By none other than Lashai, the Scribe of Beasts. Yeah, we know that happened eventually, and a beast he is. Arrogant, single-minded, obsessed with gaining power, that sounds about right from the start. But he is far from the worst scribe to become hegemon. You see, the ejection of my eyeball is far from the worst thing that can happen around here, probably death. You must be especially aware of that. Yeah, we've died multiple times. And been turned into, like, cards. It's interesting because it seems like at first they were talking about how PO3 was like a power-hungry maniac robot. And then we're finding out that potentially something happened and Lashai ended up being the true problem. And it goes back to maybe we're seeing things in reverse. This is like something that happened prior to all the scribes being killed by Lashai. Really cool stuff. Anyway, I would assume we just head back out here now. I didn't mean to run in there. It is time, Challenger. Choose the scribe that you were playing. Oh, we do still just get to choose regardless. I actually think the correct option would be either PO3 or Lashai. I'm going to replace Lashai, though, because I hate him. I don't necessarily want to become the Scribe of Beasts, but I hate Lashai. Was that the wrong choice? Fool. You have no idea what could have been. A carefully curated cycle of life and death, excitement, terror, mystery. Yeah, sure. That gormless angler has once again failed me. I suspect I know which scribe bested me. I bested all of you. PO3. Yeah, PO3 hated all of them. That's the thing, though, is I feel like these two both were dangerous. These two were just kind of unhinged, but these two were actually openly dangerous. I liked you better as a stoat. Yeah. So that is what became a stoat in his. Never be your stoat again. Now let's play. Oh, okay. You're supposed to battle the scribes that you picked, but a powered up version for the finale. This is going to be different. I wonder then how different it is, though, when you choose a different final boss. I really hope if we lose, we don't have to do this all over again, too. That would be pretty tragic. Gonna hold on to the bone heap. That could be our win con. Just leave this here. What is that? $98. What? Oh. That's the ticket. Were we not supposed to attack that? Wow, that is loud and obnoxious. Corrupted chunk. Oh! What the heck? Balance of power. I got an achievement called Balance of Power. Interesting. Oh. Oh, hey, PO3, how are you? So I'd assume you get a slightly different ending depending on which one you picked at the end there, but I don't think the starter deck actually matters, if I'm understanding correctly then. That was just saying, like, at the beginning, like, that's your ambition. But you have to wonder, if you don't pick PO3, does PO3 just show up? And then if you pick PO3, does this same thing just happen? You done gawking? We can start? Good. What? This is Botopia. Once great technological paradise. It's ruled over for Uber bots. That's right. Got some real great imagination. And you've got to get out there and beat them. Why? To form the great transcendence, of course. Doesn't matter what that means. You want it, okay? And we're locked up. Okay. Okay. Botopia used to be safe for travelers. Now roadblocks block all the major roads. Like this? And we're back to like Lashai's table. That's crazy. You're not used to seeing 5 lanes, are you? No, Lashai had 4. Lashai could never pull that off. Is it that big of a difference? Okay, we're back to the energy. It looks like we might just be going straight up to using energy then. Which would make sense. That's the bell. This is actually really cool. Is this empty vessel? Okay. So my question would be, does the empty vessel actually serve? It's obviously the equivalent of the squirrel, but it costs 1 energy still. It's not free. You may choose which opposing space. Oh, okay. Would take damage, prevent that damage. I didn't mean to do that. Energy bots. It provides an energy cell to its owner. Okay, so we could play like the energy bot, get an extra energy sigil, and play the sniper bot. Never mind, I was wrong. Interesting. It really does make you assume, though, that eventually you end up with, Ooh, double gunner, okay. How do you decide which one it attacks? Oh, okay, I get it. Interesting. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely different. Oh, actually, if I do this, won't that stop it from... Yeah, the shield will eat that. Interesting. I don't mind this design-wise. I think it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, the fact that you're quote-unquote free card... I get that it has a little bit more block. which is something, but... Probably my double gunner. I mean, from here on out, we don't really have another option. Does it matter where you attack? No. Interesting. A lot of these fights really do seem scripted to not let you lose. And like the game itself, even in the fights you could lose, in this section of the game, we are still guaranteed to just be able to retry again. Now we have dollar instead of teeth. The best defense, no other bot. Oh, other bots. You carry Spark that can reactivate old bots. Add them to your deck. Then they fight for you. That's the amoeba. That's the move one. It's this. Creature opposing card. Why would you do that? The only way I feel like... You know what? I'm gonna... well... No, I'm gonna take the amoeba. I feel like that would only be useful if it's a card with low toughness that you can just blitz. But even then, that gives the AI an opportunity to spawn something there. Either way, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the stream there. I don't know when we'll stream this next, because I don't know if I'll be able to stream the next few weekdays. I really haven't been streaming on weekdays as much as I'd like to. Since I started my new job about a month and a half ago, I think, we've really only been streaming once or twice on weekends. But I'd like to get back into streaming more. I know I've said that a lot, but that really is the plan. We progressed a decent amount in this game today. This is one of those games I think I'll just come back to every now and then and keep going. I really don't know how far we'll go. But either way, guys, thanks for everyone who stopped by and watched the stream or the VOD, and I'll catch you next time.